All right. We are live. Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Alex Thomas here, and I'm here today for the first time ever on the Alex Thomas channel. We got Ken from Midlevelmedia on the channel because you see his shirt. You see his shirt. You see the posters in the background. He has the Halloween Kills mask as his profile picture. We are doing a watch along of John Carpenter's Halloween. I am so excited to do this with you, Ken. What's going on? How you doing today, man?
I got you.
Yeah, show the mask on.
Take my glasses off.
It's an amazing mask, but I would not pay the $70 for it. I am so sorry. I would not pay the $75 for it. It's a great mask, though. I swear, I love it, though. I love it. The burnt effect is amazing. Oh man, that mask is so crazy. You couldn't wear that for the whole hour.
Into YouTube's eyes.
He has the blackest eyes. The blackest eyes. So yeah, Ken, how you doing
wouldn't
today?
Pay this much for a mask either. I don't know. I got a wild hair at my butt, and I just decided to do it when I walked in the Spirit Halloween, and they had it, so I had to ask them. I said, "Do you got that new Halloween Kills mask?" And they were like, "Yeah, but it's so expensive. We didn't think anybody would want it, and we didn't even put it out on the floor." I'm like, "Wow, go back there and get that shit. I'm ready to buy it right
now." That's awesome, man. That's great. So how you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it. I told you that if there was one watch along that I was born to be on, it was this one. This is it. I'm born to talk Halloween.
Yes.
Talk Halloween all day.
I knew I wanted to do this month. I'm like Halloween. I started talking about doing watch-alongs on my channel. I did some superhero stuff. I'm doing Halloween, and next week I will be doing It Chapter 1. I'll be doing that on Nerd Talk. So Nerd Talk next week will be It Chapter 1 themed. We'll be doing a watch-along.
A lot of shaking and
yeah. We're gonna be losing our minds. I'm gonna watch it first so I can watch it and just talk about it. Because I've seen it, but I want to watch it before we do the watch along. But yeah, I'm very excited to do this. We got 15 people in the chat right now.
Did you watch this one before we did the watch along?
Yes. I watched it after I reviewed it. You guys haven't checked out my review. Yeah. You guys haven't checked out my review.
One of the lucky ones that got the 4K.
We're gonna talk about this right now before we start. Ken still hasn't received his because he got his from Shout Factory. Somehow Shout Factory is delayed on their own.
Everybody knows if you order from the actual company, you're gonna get it like a month later. That's their motto, you know.
But it shouldn't be that way. You should be able to get it at least a week or at least a couple days before. But it's been all over the place. It's not just Shout because I only have 1 and 4 right now. 3 and 5 are coming this week. They're on its way. They're in my state actually right now. So I guess since it was Columbus Day, so no mail is running, I guess. So 3 and 5 are on its way, and 2, the dates keep changing for me. So at first it said November 5th, and then it went up to October 27th, and now it says October 26th. So I'm hoping. Go ahead.
You're missing 2, 3, and 5.
Yes.
You got 1 and 4.
Yeah, that's
it's so weird. I don't get it at all. I don't get what's going on.
And as I started reviewing them, like I told people in the video, I'm like, I'm gonna review them out of order because this is the way I got them in the mail. I think Films at Home said he's just going to review all of them at one time, I guess, because he did the same that he ordered from Shout as well. He got the vinyls and stuff.
That's what I'm planning on doing. It's going to be an all-in-one, probably unboxing and watch. Because as soon as I get those suckers, like I hope I get them all at once. Yeah. Or if I don't get them all at once, I'm just going to wait till they all come in, and I'm going to binge watch them over like one night. And then I'm going to give my raw thoughts right after.
Yeah. My plan for Halloween Day is to watch all of them in one day. Well, at least some of them. I probably won't get through all 12 of them. So let's go ahead and head into the chat and see who all's here right now before we start. All right, let me get this out the way because a lot of people ask like, why am I doing these watch alongs? So this is the idea of why I did these. So the idea is me and another guest will be watching the movie. The idea is to you guys to get your copy of Halloween. We are watching the original release, not the TV cut. Grab your copy, put it in, start it at 000, and when we hit play, you hit play so you can watch it with us. And if you don't want to watch it, just talk to us in the chat. I'll answer questions. If you guys want to talk about anything, ask us questions. This is mostly Halloween, so if you want to talk about Halloween,
Yeah, I know
talk
you
about
said
Halloween.
we're going to be doing some rankings.
Yeah, we're also ranking the Halloween movies. So towards the end of the stream, we'll be giving our rankings of the Halloween movies as well. So I'm ready to hear Ken's ranking because it should be a fun one. But let's get it.
You probably already know what's dead last.
I already know what's dead last. Everyone in the chat knows.
Resurrection's now my favorite movie. I posted that on Instagram today.
I seen that. It's funny because I seen your post. I'm like, oh, we just watched Halloween Resurrection because me and a couple guys, I got an IG chat with a couple guys and we watched it through that way. And that movie is hilariously bad. If you watch it a little under the breath, if you watch it a little tipsy or a little, drugged up, you'll have a good time. But we got Stranger Boy in the chat.
I'm a little sentimental with that movie because I had just started driving when it came out. And I remember that being the first movie that I drove myself to the theater to see and watch. And I was such a big Halloween fan from age 11 to 16 that I was super excited to see it. And I didn't give a shit what kind of a movie it was. I was there for it. It was Michael on the big screen. It was awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. I always tell this story. My uncle took me to go see Halloween H2O and I was 5 years old. I was supposed to go see Small Soldiers. That's what I was supposed to go see. But he said, no, we are going to see Halloween H2O. And that's where I fell in love with Michael Myers. It scared the hell out of me. But it made me fall in love with that movie. And after that, I watched the first one at a young age. I was like 6 when I saw the first one. And then the last one I saw was Halloween 3 because I was told that it wasn't tied to Michael. Like it didn't involve Michael. So I skipped 3 and went straight to the other ones. And I saw Resurrection newly when it came out too. Like it was on DVD though. I didn't see it in theaters, but at that point I didn't think it was terrible because I'm like 2002. I was only like 9 years old, so I didn't care. It's Michael Myers. But yeah, we got Stranger Boy in the chat. He says hello. What's going on? We got 17 people in the chat. Shout out to everybody here right now. We got David Rembert. What's going on? He says I'm here. Thank you for being here. Like I said, if you guys want to watch Halloween with us, put it in your player, hit 000, and when I say play, go ahead and watch it with us. We are watching the regular theatrical release, no TV cuts or nothing like that. We are both watching the Blu-ray from the original 4K set. We got 4K D Ray in here. He says, well, hey guys, what's going on 4K? Oh, I passed Basement Blues. I'm sorry. What's up, Basement Blues? I see he's here as well.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, everybody? We got Eugene in here. What's going on? Hey, everybody. We got Liam in here. He said, the goats of YouTube. Well, if you consider me a goat, thank you so much, man. Ken out here, man.
You're the goat.
I'm so happy for you, Ken, man. You deserve all the support, man. You put so much work into your videos. I swear, man. Like, you deserve all this, man, for real.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I don't feel like I do, but thank you.
No, I mean, when you see someone putting in the work, it's just, I mean, you deserve it, bro. We got Eddie S in here. He says, what's going on? We got Midlevelmedia in the chat. He himself is in the chat. He's already here. We got David saying, Ken didn't get his Halloween 4Ks because he have to wait for the combo package. So you got the combo?
No, I didn't get because
that's what I didn't
getting those vinyls and pins. All I got was the posters and the 4Ks.
So you did get, but you got posters.
Well, you automatically get the posters. Like you can't not get them if you order them from Shout Factory. They come with them. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the difference. Okay,
I
thought you. So that's what you're paying more for, Ken. That's what you're paying more for because you got the posters.
I know, but I said it. It's like you get them anyway. Like if I could have paid less to not get the posters, I would have done it. But you get them anyway, and that's the whole reason I ordered from Shout Factory was to get them early, not for posters. I don't care about posters.
Right.
Because to be honest, I mean, let's be honest here. Those covers aren't the greatest covers of all time.
But having them in my hand, I've seen these.
They feel good in your hand because of those hard
They feel good, and I love the hard
box. I've held them all. They're all at my work. Like I've held every one of them. Except for part 2. We didn't get shipping them out.
See, that's weird, man. Part 2 is the one that's like, oh my goodness, crazy.
But Best Buy.
Yeah, we got Luke Ponton here says, what's up, Alex and Ken? What's going on, Luke? Eddie's back, said tuned in on time. Driving back home, that's what's up. He said, what's up, Blues heads? Yeah, we are blue heads for sure. We got Eternal Melancholy says, do you think we'll get Trick or Treat on 4K?
I think so. I feel
Maybe
that's one that they'll do.
Scream Factor will do it.
Yeah, because they have a previous Blu-ray. I feel like that's one they'll definitely do. Maybe next Halloween, because they're doing
Hmm.
the director's Michael Dowry. He did Krampus,
Okay.
and they're doing that in 4K. So I could see him doing that. That's a fan favorite. A lot of people love
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. It's a cult classic for sure.
Yeah,
We got Trust No One. Trust No One. That's I guess that's what his name's supposed to be saying. Trust number one N-O. I
Trust
guess. Oh yeah,
No
Trust No One.
One.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I guess your name. He said, "What's up, brother? What's going on?" I'm trying to get through the chat so we gotta restart this movie. I'm ready to watch it. We got Cameron in here. Said, "What's up, guys? I'm seeing some new faces. They must be from your channel. Well, thank you so much for checking me out." He got one. Oh, I see the chat just jumped. Dang.
Three is a
StreamYard.
good cover. I will give it that. But
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
masks, they fit with those fall leaves. I don't know. Something about the 3 cover. It fits. It works. It's just Michael standing there with like the leaves. I don't know. Something about that just doesn't come together for me. But
Yeah. He says he got 1, 2, 4, and 5, and they're coming on the 18th. So I guess he's getting all of them in one bundle, but they're not coming till the 18th. That's what's great. That's what's up. All right, yeah, we got everybody here. We got Culture Trinity here. We got first timers going on. Let's go ahead and get into it though. The main reason why we are here is to watch Halloween 1978, the
you
original.
ready to start it?
Yes. So everyone, grab your remote or whatever you guys are playing it. Make sure you got
My PS3 controller.
all past the menus, and make sure you're at 000. Make sure I'm at 000 because sometimes there's a delay sometimes. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm good. All right. So everyone, I will go 1, 2, 3, play. That's when we'll play. So you guys are ready? Ready, Ken?
Ready.
All right, let's get it. 1, 2, 3, play. All right, let's get it. And right off the bat, do you remember when the first time you saw Halloween, Ken?
So I actually have a unique situation with the Halloween movies because I got Halloween 4 as a Christmas present from my uncle when I was like 10 or 11. So that was the first one that I saw because he knew I was a fan of like the Freddy movies and Jason. He was like, "Have you ever seen Michael Myers?" I'd never heard of him. So he gave me Halloween Part 4. I guess it was the only one he could find. So I started with Part 4, and I might have watched Part 5 after that. And then I was like, I got to go back and watch the first 3. Went to Walmart's, and my parents bought me a triple pack on VHS of 1 through 3.
Nice.
So they had those in the store. And then I watched 1 and 2. Loved them. I loved how they went together and connected to each other. And then I watched 3, and I had no idea that Michael wasn't in it.
Right.
And I was like, what is this? I kept waiting for Michael to show up the entire movie.
He shows up
like
one time
11
on the
or
TV.
12.
He shows up one time on the TV as a promoted movie.
And I was like, just like everybody else, I was like, this sucks. I hate this. I'll never watch it again. And I didn't watch it again until like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
And now I love the movie. I think it's great.
Right.
But yeah, it's Halloween's definitely been with me for a very long time, and it's something that as soon as I watched them, I just became instantly attached. I would watch Halloween off October months. Like I remember just watching it.
Yeah, me too.
December, January, summertime. Like Halloween was my thing all through high school. It's my favorite franchise.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I love telling the story. Like I said, you guys probably heard me earlier. I saw it. The Halloween show was the first one I saw. I was 5 years old. And after that, I got hooked. I got hooked to Michael Myers and the white mask. It terrified me, though. Like the idea of this guy just killing people. After that, I saw number 1. And then, like I said, I skipped 3 because everyone told me, oh, Michael's not it. You don't have to watch it. I ended up watching it on AMC when they was doing their Fear Fest. Like, remember AMC Fear Fest? So that's how I watched 3, and I was dreadfully confused. And I like you said, it was the worst one. I did not like it, but now I love it. Like I think for 3 is that we understand that what the concept was, so that's why we enjoy it more than when we were younger and we wanted Michael Myers. We want Michael Myers. And same with 4 and 5. I saw 4 and 5 on AMC Fear Fest, so that's how I got hooked to those movies. And 4 is still probably my favorite out of those bunch of movies.
I love 4. That's my second favorite. And a lot of it is because that's the first one I saw. So it's like, that's kind of where the character of Michael Myers entered the picture for me. But when I went back and watched this original one, there's just something about this one, the way that it sets up and just the classic feels that it invokes. And yeah, I mean, it's the way it starts with the music and the pumpkin.
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
I'm sitting here trying to focus on talking and watch along, but
yeah,
I'm
watching
like
the movie,
drawn
yeah,
into the
watching
movie
yes,
too.
yes. This
'Cause
original
it's just,
shot.
as soon as you hear that
this-
music, it's
yeah.
just like you want to pay attention.
Yeah, the score right when the light turned off, just that little key right there. It's like, oh, okay, now we're hooked. A lot of people don't know that this is not even this is actually the producer that is doing this shot of Michael walking through the POV. And I love there's really no cuts. It's just a straight shot of him walking throughout the house to get to Judith's room to kill her. And it's an awesome shot, and I love that they try to replicate it in so many different things. This movie
don't
started.
Know who it is. It's just
a
stranger stalking through. You see him grab a knife. It's just very simple. It's very simple, very effective.
And the music, man, this score. Shout out to John Carpenter, man. When he passed, it's going to be very upsetting. And just for his music alone, for any movie that he does when he does a score for it. I just watched Christine. And that score is fucking amazing.
I love Christine. Christine's in my top 3 Carpenter films.
Yeah.
The Fog is not my favorite Carpenter film. I don't even know if it would crack my top 10. But the score in The Fog is incredible too. I love that score.
Yes. People love making jokes about this guy that he's like so quick. Like he just went up to the room and he came back downstairs.
Like, I remember thinking that when I was a kid. I was like, is that how it works?
He's a teenager though, so maybe he is that quick, But I love this. I love this.
As much as I watched these, and they scared me as a kid, but as I got a little bit older into high school, when I would start to have like parties with watch parties with my friends, and we would all come over, and I used to throw these big like Halloween parties, and we would watch all like 7 up to H2O because I think that was the only one.
Awesome.
And we would binge them like all night long.
That's
awesome. Tons of
laughs
with these movies as well.
Like, I wish I had cool friends like that. I wish I had cool friends like that. I did, because I ain't gonna lie. Like Halloween night, we weren't
cool,
but still, like, to y'all were cool. Like to me, like being in high school, it wasn't cool to say you liked the movies. I wish I had a group of friends where I was growing up that we were into movies. It wasn't until I got out of high school that I got into, actually finding people that enjoyed movies. So like talking about Michael Myers, like I could go to school and say, oh yeah, I love the Halloween series, especially for a young black kid at that. But we get the infamous scene of Judith getting murdered, and it's funny that he has to look at the knife as he's doing it. Everyone loved talking about that too. Like, why is he looking at the knife as he's doing? Like, oh my god, I'm actually killing
Michael.
her. The acting is over the top in this scene, even with the parents though. And I think the idea is that the audience is supposed to be like the panning shot, because like everyone's so still in this moment, like no one's moving besides the mask. I mean, the knife, and it's supposed to be one of those shocking moments, like, oh my god, it's a kid. Because they linger on this shot a long time. But now a lot of people know that the reason why they did this is for runtime. Because the movie
this moment right here just is perfectly what makes Halloween.
Yes.
It's parents, just normal parents, just coming home. They're a normal family by all accounts. Normal kid. He doesn't even look like he realizes what he just did.
Exactly.
And there's no explanation. There's no logic. There's no reason.
Right.
And that's the character of Michael Myers in that one shot right there as a kid.
For sure.
And that's why I don't like Rob Zombie's interpretation, because he chooses to take that small story and turn it into a 50-minute long, white trash, drama-filled fest of a kid that got bullied and his mom's a stripper and he likes to kill hamsters. Yeah. It's not Michael Myers.
So I jump into the chat real quick. First timer said Halloween is a classic. It's a masterpiece classic that deserves a top crate attention. He loves making fun of my crates because I use them for shows.
Hey, I might be getting some crates here pretty soon.
I tell everybody it's cheap. Like, and you can find crates in the back of stores because they ain't doing nothing but put them behind there. I mean, it ain't nothing hard to do, is to ask them to grab some. You know, we got Cameron saying Halloween 4 and 5 are tough to get in his area for the 4Ks. At this point, Best Buy, they're all sold out. On the app, on my app, they're all gone.
I didn't
You
even
can't
know
get
they
them.
had 4 and 5 ever at Best Buy. I
I don't
only
think
heard
they.
of 1 and 2 being there.
Yeah, you could have got them online. You could have got them
Oh,
online and could
okay.
have had them delivered to you. But at this point, they're all gone. They're all gone.
I'm just waiting for the notification that they don't have them, and I'm not going to get them at all because I just feel like that's coming.
But
We accidentally gave Best Buy too many.
I'm gonna say, when did you pre-order it though?
It was like at the beginning. It was either the end of July or the beginning of August. It was
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
you should be getting them because I pre-ordered mines in July and August. So you were one of the first ones to get them. Then you should be able to get your copies.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I did get my notification for Deadly Friend though. I should be getting that this week.
See, but a Deadly Friend is not Halloween though.
So. And I was telling you that I got my Columbia Classics notification from Amazon, so I'm hoping to get that tomorrow. So screw Halloween 4Ks. I'm watching Taxi Driver on 4K this week
for sure.
And yeah, there you go.
All right. Cameron is saying don't sell your 15 disc sets. Oh, we don't have those. I wish I did, but we don't have them. Okay. I wish I did.
You just had that little like
I have the condensed one, the one like that you could have got at Walmart.
Like Michael, on the cover
on the front. Yep, which I do like that cover.
This scene was always super scary to me when I was a kid, just seeing all the people in the white gowns out there,
all the patients,
and you knew they were all mental patients.
Yes,
like which one of them is
is Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Now, shout out to Donald Pleasance, who showed up in the other sequels as well for 4 and 5, and even 6 before he passed. He's great in these movies. He really do make these movies. I love that this nurse is coming back for Halloween Kills, which I did not know that she was coming back in Halloween Kills.
Yeah, they're bringing everybody back. I think it's the same actress that plays Lindsay is coming back too.
Really? Girl. Yes, I think you're right.
Because with Tommy Doyle, it's not the same actor because it's Anthony Michael Hall that's playing him. But
which I didn't know that he was actually playing Tommy Jarvis till I watched this movie, and I'm like, what if they got him playing Tommy? And I looked at the cast list, and I'm like, oh, he is playing playing him. Yep. I love this score. Now, a lot of people have pointed out you can see the wrench that he breaks the thing with, but I thought that was intentional. I thought he used the wrench on purpose to break the window.
If I saw a wrench in his hand, I would just think that was part of it.
Yeah, because a lot of people, I think it was supposed to show how strong he was, but I don't think just him breaking a window was conveying how strong he was.
The evil is gone. He definitely brings a certain gravitas to every line he delivers.
Yes. And you believe him though, by the way, how serious he is as well.
I can get completely wrapped up in Loomis as a character. It's in his performance, and then in other times I watch this, I can just laugh my ass off at some of the things he says and does.
Yes.
The one scene,
the one scene we get to, and the kids go up to Michael's house, and he scares them, and he's like, "Hey, Lottie, get your ass out of there." That scene always gets me every time.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. He just has such a. I mean, we'll talk about it when we get there, but he has such a look of satisfaction on his face when he scares them. I'm like, you just scared a bunch of kids. Like, what are you smiling for? You old creep.
We got Jamie Lee Curtis in her very first role ever, which is kind of
introduction to Jamie as Lori.
Her mom stars in one of the most famous horror films of all time as well,
Psycho.
Yep. I love hearing the behind the scenes of this movie. And obviously, the low budget that it got the word of mouth to become the box office hit that it was at the time. And that, the little things like they had to shoot the movie in the summertime. So there was no pumpkins, no leaves. They had to really get all this stuff to make it feel like it was fall. Like the leaves that you see, they literally had to grab the leaves and reuse them for other shots. It's so crazy.
Yep.
And clearly they shot this in California. They did not shoot it in Illinois because Illinois does not look like this, which is another thing I love pointing out. Because it's so green. It's so green out here. They got Tommy coming up on here. And this is the one scene I
Myers
looked at.
house.
This the one scene I looked at for this 4K was this shot or this opening sequence, because the 4K we're watching, well, the 4K that comes with the Blu-ray we're watching, the daytime scenes feel very gray. They got like a gray overtone on the 4K, and it always
what are you
bothered
watching
me.
now?
So I'm watching the Blu-ray. I'm not watching the 4K.
Okay, I'm watching the Blu-ray too.
Yeah, I'm watching. I just popped in the Blu-ray because I knew you was gonna watch the Blu-ray, so I didn't want to watch the 4K. Because I wanted to watch the same version you were watching, but
you didn't want to break my heart again.
I didn't want to break your heart. I didn't want to break your heart. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. You're gonna get them, Kenny. You're gonna feel like a kid on Christmas when you get them, for sure.
It doesn't feel like I am anymore. I'm probably gonna get them, and they're not gonna have the slip covers.
They're gonna have the slips. Come on. And I hope they continue doing this. I really hope they continue doing this with these hard boxes for these big releases. I don't think
you know what other release had that, right?
Creep Show.
Creep Show.
Yeah.
So I was so happy.
But that was the only one they did it for, though, right? After that, they just stuck the regular slip covers.
I think so. I mean, I'm not like a Scream Factory buff. Like, I don't have every single release. I didn't grab them when they came out. So I think that was the only one that got it, though. Somebody in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, if they know.
Yeah, right. This shot always gets me, man, where she's just walking. It's just a lingering shot of her walking down. You see Michael just looking at her and breathing. Now, with the new timeline,
with no mask.
With no mask, right? Because he didn't break into the store yet. But this movie, when you watch it with the new timeline, not the other timeline, this is just a random guy that went after Lori, because obviously the perception is she kind of looks like Judith. You know, she kind of looks like Judith a little bit, from the back, at least. And she was the first one to come up on his damn doorstep, so he just started stalking her. The other timeline, obviously, the sibling storyline, which people don't like, but I like the sibling storyline. I do.
I like it too. I think it was stupid for them to get rid of it, to be honest.
I wish
every time I think about some of the problems at every time I think about it, the more and more I dislike 2018. I like the movie still overall, but that I didn't like it. I love that line right there where the guy's like, for God's sakes, he can't drive a car. Well, he was doing pretty well last night. He just comes right at him.
Around here and gave him lessons.
Dr. Loomis is just so angry. Just a ball of anger this entire movie.
Yes. He's trying to convince everybody how bad this guy is, and nobody believes him until he starts murdering everybody. It's like, this guy is really doing something. Yeah. This is a very terrifying shot. I've always had visions of seeing somebody stare out the window and look at me from the other side of the street. It's very scary because you barely see the white mask, and then you just see it. It's like, that's terrifying. That's horrifying. Did you like that 2018 kind of did a lot of callbacks, like this scene right here, because they had Lori's
I did
granddaughter.
Appreciate that. Yeah. When I watched 2018 for the first time in theaters, I was eating everything up. Like, I was just like, finally, like, they're doing Michael Myers right again.
Right.
All they had to do was show the pumpkin and the font, the old school font, and the opening, and they had me. They could have done anything after that. Except for give me a 50-minute long origin story of Michael Myers, and that would have turned me off. But
we'll get to that when we do our ranking. We'll get to that when we do our ranking. But
I do want to point out that I do have my Exorcist tumbler here tonight.
I saw it,
and my Halloween themed coaster right here, which is Halloween 2007.
That's the DVD.
That's the DVD. It's the special features because I sold the other one. I think I sold the DVD.
Nice.
Still have the Blu-ray though, so I still have a copy of it.
Nice. So we got these three terrible kids who just want to pick on Tommy and destroy his pumpkin. Oh man, I hated watching this because like, being bullied because he's talking about Halloween. It's so typical school bullshit. I love this scene. I love this. Just the score just pops in when he runs into Michael. It's such a great score. And you barely see
that was enough. That was enough payback for those kids. Just having to see Michael dead in his face, being grabbed by him. You know, they didn't have to go into the woods and get beat to death with a log.
Yes.
They didn't have to go to that extent.
I mean, the whole scene of him just following this little kid, you know, it's like just a grown man stalking this little kid. You know, it's terrifying because this happens for real. And that's the one thing would really terrify me. And I understand my girlfriend doesn't like watching this either because this is real. Like this is a regular guy. This is not zombie Jason. This is not Freddy Krueger. This is an actual guy who broke out of an insane asylum and he is out here murdering people.
And that's what always kind of drew me to Halloween over Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, because I started watching those movies, and I feel like as a kid those movies are very easy to watch because they're really not scary. Like the first Nightmare on Elm Street is scary, I'll give it that. But as you get further along, like the Nightmare movies are really kind of goofy and a little bit like Freddy plays with his victims and kind of takes the air out of it a little bit, takes the tension out. Right. With his one-liners and stuff. So, but then you get to Michael Myers and he's just standing there looking all menacing and ominous, and he's a real guy, and it's just frightening.
Got Stranger Boy saying Jamie Lee Curtis got her start on Halloween, Kevin Bacon got his start on Friday 13th, and Johnny Depp got his start on Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
you think of those three actors and their careers now, they all started in horror films. It's crazy. And we don't get that.
Jamie Lee and Kevin Bacon, was it their first thing ever?
Yeah, I think this was
TV.
This was
Johnny Depp. It was his first thing ever.
Yeah, this was Jamie Lee's first ever role. Because when they say introducing, that means this is the first thing they've ever done. And I think same for Kevin Bacon. I think in the Crystal Lake Memories, they'd say Kevin Bacon. No, that's not his first thing. Because he did National Lampoon, one of those movies first. But it was a side character. I think that movie was his first, his first looked at certain thing, and then he did Footloose, and after that, he was a star after Footloose.
And the only reason I know that is because of the battle with Basement Blues that I still have PTSD over. When we had to pick a movie that the actor, it was their first thing ever in. And I got Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, for Johnny Depp.
Yeah. And it was so hard to find a movie that the actor didn't do any TV before it, because most actors start in TV, at least something like some kind of TV, small TV role or something before they do a movie.
Right. Got Steelbook Collector. When are you guys going to see Halloween Kills? Well, I'm going to see it Thursday. I'm getting my tickets probably tomorrow for Thursday. I'm gonna have to go see it by myself because my fiance is she has class, so I'm gonna have to go see it by myself because I do not want to wait till Sunday because that's my next full day off. I do not want to wait till Sunday to see this because I do not want to have to hear everyone talk about how crazy it is.
People are going to be blowing up everywhere.
Yes, I don't have time for that. So I will be seeing it right when I get off from work.
Somebody joked with me today and said I was going to get my Halloween Kills 4K before I got my old ones.
I ain't gonna lie. I felt your pain though, Ken, because everyone was posting that they were getting them. Sue went to get hers at Best Buy.
It's like if this whole online world, if I wasn't on Instagram, if I wasn't paying attention to all these physical media collectors and I didn't care about it like I was 5 years ago, I wouldn't give a shit. That's why I get them when I get them. But since I'm like in the thick of this stuff like I am, like it really gets to you and bothers you.
Right. So we got these three actresses. We got PJ Soul. Is it PJ Souls? No. Is that her name? Because she was in Carrie as well.
Girl.
Yeah, she was in Carrie. And I've never seen this other actress in anything. I know she popped up in Halloween 3 as well. Who plays Annie. This is a very creepy scene right here too. When he's driving past. And he just stops in his tracks. And you're like, nowadays, you wouldn't do this. You would turn around. You would not stay still. You'd be like, oh, let's go this way. Because this guy is creepy. And I think this is another thing with this movie I love is that these characters think they're safe because they in a suburban neighborhood in Haddonfield. Things don't happen here. So they think they're untouchable. That's why Andy just felt comfortable doing that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry we're all quiet because we're into the movie. That's why we're sitting here watching like we've never seen this movie before.
Totally.
Let's go ahead and get to the chat real quick. Eternal Melancholy says I know I'm jumping on. I probably missed some comments. Do you think these Halloween movies will be out of print let
No,
me read again. Do you think these Halloween movies will be out of print or in time they'll make more? I think they're going to be out
they'll
of
make
print.
more.
I think they're going to be out of print. I'm
These ones
sorry.
right now.
Yeah, it's talking
Now
about the
the
4K.
slip
Oh, you're
covers. I
talking
think
about
you'll
the
get.
slip boxes. Yeah, these will be gone. These slip boxes will be gone for sure. But
I
they'll
don't
probably
think
release
4K
them
will be out of
just like
print.
this. They'll probably just release them just like this.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I seen they had Prince of Darkness at Best Buy, no slipcover. So if I did pick it up, I missed out on it because that slipcover is gone.
That and They Live both
Yeah.
came out of Best Buy. It's like random when Scream Factory comes out there, but it comes out there sometimes.
Yep. Do.
Yeah, I think what also makes this movie work, I think that all of them have really good chemistry together as far as like the
Yes.
three
Yep.
actresses, and
Yep.
you just buy them as friends.
Yeah.
And that kind of helps later on in the movie when Laurie's got to go through more of her emotional scenes.
Right. I think Jamie Lee Curtis is great in this movie for her first role. She is great.
Yep.
I think she is definitely the best out of all three actresses for sure.
Yes. I do have an attachment to Totally Girl though. I think she's great.
Mm-hmm. She's of the time of this movie was being made. Like she's probably the actual like the way the teenagers are in this era. They're totally, my goodness, the over the top.
Yeah, she just perfectly encapsulates that 70s vibe. Like she's just perfect.
Unwrapped.
And that actress still does a lot of the conventions and stuff.
I can
she's
see,
really active in the horror community.
Yeah. He says he still has no word on the Scream Factory from Halloween 4 case either.
Feel your pain, brother.
Oh, chap just jumped. There we go. We meant that was his first major role for Kevin Bacon, right? That was his first major role.
Yeah, just like how dismissive she is of the whole thing, Annie. And then she ends up being the first one to get killed.
To die. Yes. Because she, like I said, she just doesn't believe it. She don't think that a guy's out here stalking them because she thinks she's safe.
Yeah. Do you think that because she's the first one to die, and Michael has to kind of go out of his way to kill her. So he probably decided he was going to kill her when she yelled at him in the street.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Say, you're my first target. But I think it's the idea that it's funny because a lot of people say, he was doing all this to get to Laurie. And I do believe that he did all this. He wanted to kill her friends first before he got to her. It's so weird in this scene that it's all wet. You ever notice that? Like the next shot is a wet ground all of a sudden. Like this is how you know this is a different day.
Over there.
Yeah, this is a different day. They like sprinkled in like, okay, this is a different day,
Trick or treat. Kids trick or treating in the daytime.
In that early though? Did you take your kids out that early to trick or treat?
Yeah, I mean around in my neighborhood, trick or treating, they come out early. It starts before it feels like it starts before it even gets dark.
Wow.
But when I was a kid, I remember it always being dark when I went out.
Yeah, me too. I remember like the last time I really went trick or treating, like with me and a group of friends, I was a freshman in high school. And yeah, I did go out in freshman high school. Yeah, I don't care. But I was out really late. Like talking about not get home till about 10 o'clock at night. They get done trick or treating. I think now they're cutting down the times because of kidnappings and stuff like that. And a lot more people are being more safe with their kids. They're driving to areas. Because I remember at a point in time, I was driving with my grandma in her van, dropping off the house to house. We'll stop at one street, park, then we'll all walk down. She'll drive back up the car, and we'll go to the next street. We just missed the part. I love this scene where he's standing between the sheets. I love that.
Now, okay, so it was her friend that called her.
Yeah, because she was chewing. It's hilarious. Owen Movie 75 says, "Damn, Ken, your wife opened your package."
Yeah, she opened up my 3 from Hell steelbook while I was at work.
Oh man.
Not the case. She just got it out of
Oh, okay.
the
Open up
envelope.
out of the box.
Yeah,
I know the movie probably isn't great, but I want that steelbook. I want
it's a great steelbook. I'm glad I got it.
It's a great artwork on it. It's great. Did you
Um,
did you pre-order T2?
Not yet. No,
I
I'm
put
still
my
on the fence of whether or not I'm gonna get it, but I do want it.
I put my pre-order in. It's already done.
And then they keep going back and forth on whether or not it's a new transfer. I'm like,
Yeah.
I really just think that Collider didn't know what the hell they were talking about, and they just threw something up.
Right. I mean,
because if you get on Blu-ray.com, it says previous 4K transfer.
Yeah, transfer, right?
And I trust them more than Collider.
The one we'll know once we like. I know I'm gonna get it. If it's a different transfer, I'll probably be doing a review like I did the Halloween 4Ks. But if it's not, then it won't matter. We'll know if the disc art is different.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's supposed to have a new like hour-long documentary.
Yeah.
And it's nice packaging. I mean, these Lionsgate slipcovers are incredible. Like I'll buy every single one of them. I don't care what movie it is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get the movie 31 by Rob Zombie. So that's because that's an awesome steelbook, and I heard that movie's shit, and I've never seen it. So I'm still gonna buy the steelbook.
Right, just because it's gonna be an awesome steelbook with the slipcover.
And I have like 8 different versions of T2, but I mean that's
me too. Me too.
It's an awesome steelbook. I know the 4K is crap, but at the end of the day, you know, we all have different reasons as collectors for why we collect certain things the way that we do.
For sure.
It would be really nice if they went back and gave the first Terminator some love, did that one right, and then did the second one with it.
For sure. Tony Movie Chappie says, already got my tickets this morning, planning to watch Halloween Kills Friday night. Awesome. I will be watching 2018, probably reviewing it before Kills come out because I have not reviewed that on my channel.
Yep, came out 3 years ago now. Yep.
So I'll be doing a rewatch and probably reviewing it before Kills. I'm very excited for Kills. I am
too. I unfortunately will be watching it on Peacock
at home.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured that. But you have kids though. See, that's the
easiest way for me to see.
When you have kids, I understand. I understand. Like most people say, oh, I don't like that they release it straight to stream. I'm like, yeah, but it gives people the advantages of not having to worry about babysitters and stuff like that. You know.
Yep. If they're gonna give me the option, I'm gonna take it. Just like the HBO Max thing. Like I've watched every single release on there that it came out, and I'm not gonna waste my time going to the theater to see the movie if it's on my TV.
Same.
Like
this caretaker is so random. It's like with the story he was telling.
Did you ever wish that he would have got to finish his story? Because he does not. Loomis just straight cuts him off
every time.
Like
I hear it. Every time I want to hear.
He got himself a hacksaw.
Yeah,
where are we?
Yeah. I want to see that movie. That's the movie I want to see as well.
I want to see this whole movie. It would be really cool. This is the kind of remake I would want to see. If somebody remade this whole movie from Michael's perspective. We got to follow Michael through the whole movie. Yeah. It might be boring because he wouldn't talk. But I would still want to see it. Maybe like a fan film or something.
Somebody will do it.
Maybe they already have, and I don't know it.
Yeah. Because Jason gets all the love with all his fan films with the like Never Hike Again and all that stuff. Like he gets all the love, but Michael really
thought Halloween had a fan film.
It probably does, but it probably is not good enough to be relevant.
To be honest, I just haven't watched any of them. It just I don't know, something about it. I just have no like want to do so. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's. I think I've seen one Friday the 13th fan film. Yeah, and it was just crap, and it made me not like the movies.
Yeah, I knew I didn't want to watch them. I ended up watching the kill count from Dead Meat because they did kill counts on them. So that's
I used to be addicted to those kill counts. I watched them all the time. I haven't watched Dead Meat in a long time though. Probably a couple of years.
Yeah, they're doing recounts of Friday 13th now because he wanted to go back and redo.
I have seen that because I'm still subscribed to him. I just don't watch him as much.
Yeah,
That guy, like I like him. What's his name? James.
Yeah, James a something.
He can be a little too much sometimes.
A
He's
little over the
very
top.
high energy.
Yeah.
But I mean, they make great videos. I mean,
Oh yeah.
some of the best.
Scream 5 trailer tomorrow. Yes, we are excited.
Wait, I thought that was coming on Thursday. It's coming tomorrow now?
It said, yeah, they put a thing up on their IG or something like that saying it's coming tomorrow. So yeah, it's coming tomorrow.
Damn.
And AJ Reacts is in the chat. What's going on, AJ?
What's
He
up,
says,
AJ?
"Are y'all ready for Scream 5 trailer? Hopefully, I can be home enough to do a reaction because this is usually how my Tuesdays go. I get done with work, I go straight out and do my Blu-ray hunting, and I edit it and upload it. So if I can get home and do the reaction,
yeah, that's what I was thinking because I'm doing my Blu-ray hunt tomorrow, and me and my wife would probably react to it on our channel.
Yeah, and then you got to get ready for the live stream.
Yeah, and that's gonna be hard for me tomorrow.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I'm like, damn, so I got to do 2 things at one time, and then I
was
still
hoping
haven't
for Thursday.
done. Yeah. So I could have did that before I went to go see Halloween Kills.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on right now.
Oh yeah. AJ also says, how many times are y'all watching Halloween 1978 this season? Right now, this is my 3rd time, and I will watch it again.
And I'm actually breaking a rule with you here tonight because I always watch this on Halloween nights.
I know.
At 10 o'clock.
I know.
And then
I appreciate you.
At midnight, I watch Halloween 2. And AJ will know because last year I did a watch along just on Instagram Live. And I watched both Halloween films on Instagram Live. And I had it hooked up between both of my Instagram accounts so that one of my accounts was showing the TV and one of them was showing me. So I could watch the movie, and AJ was in there for the whole time.
Awesome.
And I was just talking Halloween. But yeah, I always loved doing it that way. But I think I watched it early a few years ago when the 4K came out because I couldn't wait.
Yeah, because they released it a little bit earlier. They released it like around like the 15th or something like that.
Yeah.
In October. Because I remember getting it, and I knew I was excited because I remember going to Best Buy. I'm like, hopefully they have it. I had to go to another Best Buy because they didn't have it at my usual one. And I'm happy I got it with a slip because now the slip cover is gone.
Yep, I got it with the slip too. I remember seeing that at Walmart not too long ago, though, with the slip. I feel like it was like, it might have been, I don't know, time has no meaning anymore. It might have been like 6 or 7 months ago.
Yeah, I can see that.
I remember I picked that up and I got Solo on 4K, like a Target exclusive, both in the same day. And I had to ask them to bring the Halloween 4Ks out from Target because they had to go search in the back. And then they found it.
Yeah, I love how Michael's so persistent with his driving. Like we missed the part where he's like passing Loomis. He literally, if you look in the bend, Michael, he's literally looking left and right before he turns, so he doesn't hit nobody. It's so crazy that this guy has been locked up.
How do you think Michael learned how to drive?
I think he learned how to drive because it's easy to drive. I'm sorry, it's not hard. It's not hard to drive. Once I got behind the wheel, I said, this is easy as cake. I really did. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like once I got in the car, like within like the 3rd day, I knew how to drive. Like it didn't take me no like time. Like man, within the 2nd day, like when the 2nd day of me get behind the wheel, and I learned pretty late. I learned at like 20 something. I was in my 20s when I started driving. I didn't drive early on. So yeah, I think I was like 20 years old. So I'm just thinking like he just got in because it's a thing we all know how to do.
I was just thinking they had some kind of maybe student driving program in the asylum that he was in.
Well, in Halloween 6, we understand why Michael is doing everything he's doing, but we're not going to talk about that yet.
He got his power from the druids.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
AJ, what is he saying? He said, do you think Halloween Kills is going to be like the Dream Warriors of the Halloween franchise, referring to the victims teaming up against him? That's a great question.
Have you watched Dream Warriors yet, AJ?
He watched it with me actually on IG. We have a chat.
Oh, did y'all just watch it? Okay,
Yes,
because I
and
know he does first time watches for the first two.
he liked it. He said he didn't do. He said he only did 1 and 2. He's not gonna do a first time react on YouTube for it. But
Yeah.
he enjoyed it. He enjoyed it when we all watched it together.
That's a great one. I always loved part 4 as a kid, though. That was always my favorite. And then when I got older, I liked Dream Warriors and the first one more. But I love the idea of her like getting everybody's powers.
Yes. Yeah.
And her, she was like
Alice.
Alice.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Alice. Yeah.
Alice. Yep.
Now we just missed the part that felt so weird to me when they say it's a dog that's dead, and the cop said it could have been a skunk. So you telling me in your town you got skunked out here killing dogs? Like, doesn't make any sense. And he's like, oh, it wouldn't do that. Like, that was just so random to me every time I watch it, because they never show exactly what it is because they had no budget to do it. So you just got to just picture what it is. And we get here's the infamous line.
Yeah.
And he's nice. I've known him for this long. I tried to keep him locked up because what was behind his eyes was pure evil.
Yeah. I just love the escalation of his voice as he continues.
Yes. Six-year-old child. Now I love that they do this speech again in the newer ones. Obviously, Donald Pleasance. I don't understand why they just get the audio from this movie and just dub it over the tape. And maybe they couldn't do it. Maybe they just, I guess, they don't have the rights to get his voice, I guess. But they hired someone else to impersonate him for 2018 because he does a more different speech talking about, you know, it needs to die. He doesn't even call him, he calls it it. But I love this monologue. This is an awesome monologue. And I love that too, is that we're not going to alert anybody, because once people find out he's out here, everyone's going to be going crazy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just keep it, you know, silent, you know?
But do you think that they would, just based on the fact that he just killed his sister when he was 6 years old and was locked up in a mental asylum? Would most people be that scared of him? I don't know.
I don't know, but like I said, this is the 70s. So I think nowadays it'll be a totally different thing, you know, because this guy just killed one person. But in the at the time when he killed his sister, it was the 60s. So I don't think a lot of stuff like that was going around, especially in this small town of Haddonfield. As we know, this is just a small town where nothing really happens. I mean, Michael Myers literally kills an entire police force in Halloween 4. So, I mean,
yeah, he does.
So, but another thing, I think I introduced this movie to somebody and he didn't really enjoy it because of the slow build up to the climax. And I was telling them, like, this the way the movies were made. It was, you know, you're setting up to get to the ultimate climax. That's where everything happens for these movies. And, you know, you get your kills in between, but it's like, it's a lot of slow, just these people talking and Michael's just in the background. That was the idea of, he's just a shape, you know, lurking in the background.
He's the shadow in the background.
Yeah. And it's just,
I don't know what it is, if it's just because I grew up with it, but I never watched this movie feeling like it's slow.
Yeah, me either.
It feels like it moves, and I'm drawn into it every time I watch it.
Yeah. Every time I watch it, it brings me back memories of being a kid. Every Halloween, having my candy laid out on the floor because my mom has to check every single piece of candy, and I have Halloween playing in the background every single time. Like, I had to tell my mom every Halloween I have to watch 1978 every single time.
Yeah, it definitely does get that kind of background feel sometimes for me. It is a movie that it's like, even if I'm not fully paying attention to it, I have to put it on Halloween night just because I need it. Like, I always tell my wife every year, she's like, what are you going to do now? I was like, I'm watching Halloween. Yeah. Like, you're going to watch that again? It's like, yeah, every year I have to.
Yeah.
Like it's like
And
one of the last things I do before Halloween's over.
so I'm actually off on Sunday, which Halloween falls on. I told my girlfriend, I said, I want to watch Halloween all day, and she probably won't let me do it. I might have to cancel Nerd Talk that day because I want to watch Halloween I at least want to watch a decent amount of them on that day. But she probably won't let me watch all of them. I'll probably be in the man cave watching them, most likely. Before KD Racer, what are you all doing on Halloween? Any special streams or movie watching? No, probably not. I probably won't be doing anything special on the Halloween day. That's a Sunday.
Yeah, so. I'm off. I took off on Halloween. I took off that whole weekend actually. So I honestly don't know what I'm doing that weekend, but I might be doing something on Halloween. I'm just not exactly sure what.
I probably nothing YouTube wise. I won't be doing anything that day. I might cancel Nerd Talk that day just because I want to enjoy Halloween with myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I'll watch a ton of scary movies. I'll be having to get probably a lot of movies watches in that I'm behind on because I'm supposed to be watching 31 boutique Blu-rays this month.
Your stream,
and I got to watch movies with my wife for our channel. So I've got like 45 movies to watch this month.
I'm proud of myself this month because I actually stayed dedicated and I've been watching basically horror movies every day. Like usually I fall off. Like it's only the 11th, so I'm doing pretty good right now. But usually at this point, I wouldn't be watching no more horror films. But I've been watching a decent amount. Like I just watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake yesterday, and then I watched Christine afterwards. So I've been doing pretty good this.
Did you say Christine was a first time watch for you?
No. I've seen it. I seen that really young as well.
Yeah, I like watching the ones I haven't seen before because there's so many of them. I watched The Return of the Living Dead over the weekend.
Nice.
And I'd never seen that before. That was great. I don't know if you've seen it.
It's been a long time. Like I said, I watched a lot of these movies when I was young, so I most likely don't remember. I remember seeing the second one, and I think for that I was young though when I saw it, so I didn't really get it, you know.
Yeah, and then I watched the first two Phantasms last week, and I'd never seen those before.
Yeah, I've never seen those before.
Yeah, they were pretty. I liked them. I liked both of them. It made me want to watch the rest of them because there's like 5 of them.
Nice. Oh, we got some people in here.
I like how Lori's just so into the thing from 1950.
I love that. I don't think John Carpenter knew he was going to do the thing at this time. I don't believe that he knew he was going to do it, but I love that now that you watch it after he made it, it's like, oh, it's a hint, like this is the next thing I'm doing, because this wasn't. What was the next thing he did after this? Was it The Thing?
I think it was The Fog. The Fog came out in 80.
Yeah, so
I feel like he did something else in there too. He was very prolific. Like he did a lot of
78
movies.
I don't think he did anything in 79.
I don't think he did. I think this is like because he did Assault in Precinct 13 before he did Halloween.
Yeah, so yeah,
that was his first big movie,
right?
And then after Halloween, he did Escape from New York in 81. So he did The Fog in 80. He did Escape from New York in 81,
right?
And then he did The Thing in 1982,
right?
So he was killing it. Like and then Christine was in 83.
Right, which I've reading stories. He didn't really like Christine at first, but he's like coming around to it now. Like he didn't like.
Yeah, he did a movie pretty much every year because he did Starman in 84. Have you ever seen that one with Jeff Bridges?
Yes,
that's not a scary movie though.
I need to get that Screen Factory. I know they got a Screen Factory release for that one too.
I was lucky enough to get the slipcover. I just randomly ordered it off of Amazon and I got it.
Nice. We got Stranger Boy said, I don't know how Halloween Kills is going to be in the same night as Halloween 2018 and Kills.
I think he might have meant he doesn't know how Halloween ends is going to be the same night.
It's going to be a time jump. I think they confirmed that.
Yeah, I think that they confirmed it was supposed to be the following year.
Yeah. We got Jose Sanchez in here. Say, what's up, guys? A happy Halloween Kills week. Yes. It feel like, damn, it's already about to be the 15th.
Yeah,
like, oh my
I'm
goodness.
excited. I'm very excited. As soon as they announced it was going to be in the same night, I was like, all right, we're doing the same like Halloween 2 thing.
Yeah.
I was like, this is going to be awesome.
We got Joel in here saying, I'm 47 years old and my mom had it on when we got Showtime and I joined in. Even at 11 years old, a timeless classic. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for joining.
Sad shot of him right behind her.
Yeah, it's a great shot.
Yeah.
I love that awesome. You don't see him even when he's killing them. Like, you don't even see his mask all like that. You know,
that was something that, to be honest, I probably never even noticed when I watched it on VHS as a kid, because it's so like grainy and stuff. Right. It's probably something I just noticed on Blu-ray.
It's funny that she gonna literally hang up the phone though. Like, okay, click. Like, how would you be on the other end of that phone? Like, dang, she just hung up on me. Like, dang, like. I just found that so strange, because he's gonna call back. It's so weird.
Paul called.
She just opened the door with ease. Oh, it was locked, but it's locked from the other side though. Doesn't this whole scene is weird? Because look how she's stuck though. Like, so you couldn't lift your leg up a little bit? Oh no, she was stuck in there pretty good. So I was wondering, like, you couldn't just lift your leg up? I remember seeing this and like, that just saw such a weird position.
Stuck in a window, huh?
It just weird to me that she literally had to take all her clothes off because she spilled butter on her shirt. Like, she cared about her clothes that bad that she had to literally take them all off though. Like,
yeah.
And then put the guy who's she's babysitting for a shirt on though. Like, you lucky the parents did not come home early, because you would be looking very strange.
She has to run in there and answer it real quick.
She got stuck in the window. She got stuck in the window. My boy just said, oh yeah, the best part is when she gets stuck in the window. That was a weird scene. Oh yes, you're so right. We just got that talking about that. Another great shot. You see Michael in the background. Oh my God, that's so scary, bro. Then he just disappears as she walked by. Gone. Like, wow.
He's ready.
Great blocking. Great blocking. That's the thing this movie really doesn't get credit for, is the blocking is great in this movie. The way they just cut it, he's gone and stuff like that.
Yeah, like it's on another level.
Mm-hmm. It feels very handheld, because like the camera is steadily moving on certain shots as well, you know.
Yeah, I don't think people appreciate, like, horror movies of the 70s and 80s didn't really get this level of like production value and just masters of the craft like John Carpenter. Like, so when you watch a movie like this versus some other schlocky horror film from the 70s and 80s, like, you can just tell such a difference.
Yeah. This scene always gets me. It's just so funny that he's literally behind this car and they don't. Well, I guess they wouldn't notice him, but he's like really right there. Like, it's so weird that he's like sitting. I'm gonna wait for them to walk past and I'm gonna pop up. Like,
I always love that little sound effect. That
Now is Tommy supposed to be an astronaut? That's what I'm guessing. He's not Luke Skywalker. I thought when I was little, I thought he was always dressed as Luke Skywalker when I was young, but he's not. He's supposed to be like an astronaut.
Came out the year after Star Wars, but I don't know.
I don't think he's wearing. I don't think he's wearing Luke Skywalker's clothes. It would be awesome if he was, because it would be a year after Star Wars. But I don't think he is either. I think he's wearing a spaceman suit.
Rob Zombie's Halloween or The Witch or Dr. Giggles? Who's Dr. Giggles?
Who said that?
Jose Sanchez.
Did I miss that comment?
Dr. Giggles is in House of a Thousand Corpses, right?
Oh yeah.
The Witch is what I would take.
Oh, you talking about which movie would you take? Oh, I haven't
I
seen
don't
The
know what The
Witch.
Witch
I haven't
is.
seen Mr. Good Giggle. So I by default I have to go Halloween Rob Zombie because I haven't seen either one of these movies.
The Witch is a great movie. It's my favorite horror movie of the
For
21st
A24.
century.
Really? Wow.
Yep. It's a good one.
Yeah, Stranger
It's
Boy
very
changing.
very slow burn though.
Yeah. Yeah, Stranger Boy changed the comment. Say yeah, I meant ends. I missed some comments. Frank Castle says, "Are all the John Carpenter movies in the same universe?" Well, now the universe,
I'm sure somebody could connect them like they
yeah,
connected the
yeah.
Pixar films.
I mean, are you talking about all his movies, like all of them? Well, no, they're not all in the same universe, obviously, but filmmakers who make movies can put little nods to other movies that they've done. That don't mean they're all in the same universe, though.
Yeah.
Like Pixar, for instance, like all the Pixar movies are not connected. They just put little nuances from other films into their films because they make them. And most likely sometimes it's the same people working on them.
Yeah.
So I thought he meant the Halloween movies. I'm like, well, the timeline for this franchise now is this one, Halloween 2018 kills and ends.
Yeah, and he did direct any other one other than this one.
Right. He just produced these other ones.
Yeah. And he is not a fan of Halloween 2.
Yeah.
He's not a fan of that movie at all.
Yeah.
He didn't want it to be made. So there was a whole dispute with that one. And then he came back for the third one to score it and produce it. Because he liked the idea of them getting away from Michael Myers and telling a unique story.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, well, that didn't work. And then they had to go back
I always thought Annie's death was so over the top with her and her mouth being open that she'd get her neck sliced. Like she literally has her mouth wide open. It's so random, but it's the 70s, you know. I mean, and they had no time to film anything else. Like, okay, we just got to go with this shot, you know.
Yeah. Hey, it's real. Oh, he's got a comic of Howard the Duck.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. Like, I've never noticed that before. Wow.
I never noticed it either.
Wow, Howard the Duck. Wow.
It's funny how when you watch these movies so many times,
you
really start to get into looking for that kind of stuff. Because I'm not really the type of person to go online and watch a bunch of videos about a movie and
things you missed and stuff like that.
100 things you missed in this movie. Because to be honest with you, I just don't care. And when I watch a movie, like I like being wrapped up in the movie. I don't like to know every single detail about how it was made or what went into it.
Right. I guess it depends on the franchise. I think I'm subscribed to this channel called CTZ World or something. I think that's what it's called. And he does like things you missed. And he's redoing these movies. He did 1, 2, and he just did 3. And it's funny when they try to connect dots with other things and stuff. It's just funny. I just do it just for amusement, you know.
Yeah. I do agree with Cameron down there.
Yeah, H2O.
About H2O handling Lori's PS. Because that is my main problem with 2018, and it's always been my main problem ever since I saw it, is yes, it's traumatizing that he killed 2 of her friends and Bob.
Right, because
but is it traumatizing like for 40 years you're going to be sheltered up and learning how to use a shotgun and just prepared for war, basically?
Yeah, that I think they shot themselves in the foot with disregarding 2, because if you add 1 and 2 and go straight to 2018,
2 I buy completely.
That's when it becomes traumatizing, because she's seen him do a lot more. He didn't walk out of a fire. Like that's traumatizing. Yeah. But I mean, the way that movie ends, he technically dies. I mean, they kind of retconned it with 4, but if you really look at that movie, like he technically dies in that movie. Like there's no way he gets away from that.
And in H2O, like she's relatively normal, and she had went through 2. She went through 1 and 2. She was a school teacher. She had a son. Yes, she had her problems, her mental issues and stuff, but she was able to lead a normal life. Like I buy that.
Right.
and that was going through 2. So I really don't buy her in
In
2018
one,
when she only went through part 1.
Right.
But it was just one of those things that, I think they just did it because it was cool to have badass Rambo Lori. But I really think that they should have held off on that a little bit until they got to kills, and then maybe she could have ramped up. But I don't know.
We got my twin brother in here. He says, "Twin, what's going on, twin? What's going on, bro?"
Looking past the wall. I love that line too.
Yeah. He said, "Fixed on this night."
Did he scare the kids yet?
Yeah, he already did. We just passed it.
They just scare the kids?
Yeah, we just passed it. Yeah.
Lottie, get your ass away from there.
And the way they just take off, though, they just run away. It's like, that's hilarious. I used to laugh my ass off every time I used to watch this movie. I used to rewind it just to hear it again. Like, I would rewind it probably like 2 times just to see this scene.
And isn't like one of those kids supposed to be in the new one or something?
Well, they talk about him. They say the dad mentions Lonnie as one of the people that he knew growing up. So that was the tie to this one. I love that 4 kind of does the same thing, but they don't acknowledge it. So in 4, the girl that's driving with Jamie and I just watched the movie. I cannot remember her name. Her sister. That's supposed to be the fuck is the little girl in this movie? What's her name? We just freaking said her name. Lindsay. It's supposed to be Lindsay as a teenager in
this
the car.
Line right here has always struck me as very weird.
When he talks about taking
Lindsay's clothes off.
Oh my goodness gracious. And it's supposed to be just a joke, I guess. It's supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, I know.
But you listen to it now, it's like, oh, you're a pedophile. You are. You're a pedophile, huh?
But I mean, that's the 70s. They could throw little lines in there like that, and nobody would read too much into it other than some jackass being goofy.
Right.
But I just remember being like a teenager listening to him say that, and I was like, that's strange.
Yes.
You're a creep, Bob. You deserve to be killed.
It's just weird. It's just crazy that they're going to this random person's house that they do not know just to get it on. Like, it's crazy.
Just to have sex in their marital bed.
And it's like I know you hate 2007, but I like that they're going to his house to do it other than just going to some person's house to do it. Because to me, that's rude. That's just rude for you to go somebody else's house just so you can get it on. Like, just go to a freaking abandoned house if you guys want to do it that bad. And that's what they end up doing in 2007.
Yeah, I can't even remember the second half of 2007 hardly at all. Was there a character of Bob in Rob Zombies?
Yes. It was actually played by the same actor who dies in the beginning of Friday, the remake. He's the one of the main lead's boyfriend. He gets dragged in the floor, will get pulled into the floor. He's played by the same actor.
Yeah. I just get with that movie, man. I'm like seeing red by the time we get to that part. I can't even watch it. I feel like I turn it off.
And I enjoy the second half obviously more than the first half because he's
the next time I watch that movie, I really just need to try fast forwarding to the time jump and just starting it from there.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's probably a decent
15
movie.
years later. The problem is that they only have the director's cut. That's the only thing I have a problem with. I have to go out and find the theatrical cut. That's the one I really want to watch. But the one that they push you to buy is the director's cut, which I don't understand because that's the worst cut. It's the worst one. Yeah. Like, you don't need to call her and ask her when to put her to bed. Just put her to bed when you put Tommy to bed. Like, that was just a weird line too. Just have her call me so I can tell her where to put her to bed. No, just put her to bed, bro. You don't gotta call her to confirm it. You're a babysitter.
Totally.
Awesome shot of the house. I feel like they use the same shots every time they show the house. It's just like the same shot. Like, it's so funny.
Yeah. If Donald Pleasance didn't play Dr. Loomis, who do you think would be a good fit? That's what Stranger Boy asked.
I don't like answering
Malcolm
these
McDowell?
questions. Well, I liked him as Loomis. I did like him as Loomis. He was terrible in Halloween 2, though. I hated him in Halloween 2. But I guess for that character, it would make sense that he would be trying to do that, like be that type of character. After going through the events of the first one, he wants to make money. That's all he cares about now. But who would play a better Loomis?
I would take Peter Cushing from Star Wars, Grand Moff Tarkin, because him and Donald Pleasance were in some horror movies together in the 70s. I just feel like that would be a natural fit. I feel like he could pull it off. He would bring a little bit extra to it, but
yeah, I don't know. I hate asking questions like this, because like, what would you prefer actor? Like, this is like, no, I don't like answering these type of questions. You know.
Yeah, they're very hard to do,
especially at that time period. I mean, I don't know actors that easily in the 70s.
I will say that Bob lasted a little bit longer than the kid from the beginning.
He did a good job, because they stopped because the phone rang and he got right back to it. That's a kill. That's a kill for certain people if things keep interrupting.
Sometimes it's not that easy to get back into it, you know?
Yep. Stranger Boy say Walter Matthau.
Yeah, maybe. I haven't seen enough of Walter Matthau in the older days.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen Grumpy Old Men.
Yeah. Jose say, to me, I believe if Donald was a Loomis, I think most of the Halloween films would be boring. Yeah, he does bring he is these movies. You know,
Yeah.
That's why at the point in time they just started putting him in the opening, like Donald's Pleasance in this.
Yeah, I mean, he became the star.
The famous line, I shot him 6 times.
I shot him 6 times. I do feel like he has some of the best Loomis one-liners in the second one, because he is just ratchet up to 11 in those movies.
He said the guy come up saying, I've been trick or treated to death tonight. You don't know what death is. It just
God, I love the second one so much.
Oh my goodness.
You don't know what death is.
He says Al Pacino. Would you think Al Pacino would be a good Loomis? He was too young at the time, though. He was too young at the time, though. Boom.
Al Pacino at this time had done. Yeah, he was too young. He would have been a very young.
He just did Godfather.
Yeah,
Godfather was 76.
Dog Day Afternoon in the mid 70s. Yeah. He was young.
I love this kill. This kill is awesome. This kill still works today. Even though really practically it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. There's no way that whole knife will go between his body to stick onto.
What's funny about this kill is I actually saw Scream before I saw Halloween.
Wow.
So you get to watch a lot of Halloween and Scream because they're watching on the TV.
Right.
And they always showed this kill on the TV, and I always thought that was a girl. Yeah. I always thought Bob was a girl.
Wow. Another thing funny about that movie, well, it's Scream for one, but so in Halloween, screen they watch Halloween. So in Halloween H2O, guess what movie they're watching on the screen? They're watching Scream. They're watching Scream.
Oh, yeah, they're watching Scream. Yeah. Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense because they're in the same universe of them watching that movie.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
So it's so weird. And I didn't point that out until I think Dead Meat pointed that out, I think.
Yeah, they definitely did that. Because what's funny is like Scream was trying to be its generation's Halloween.
Right.
And then Halloween had to try to chase the coattails of Scream.
Right.
That's why Halloween H2O feels a lot like a Scream.
Scream, exactly. They went back and filmed some stuff because of that. They went back and filmed extra stuff because of that.
Yeah, because they were trying to catch up to that new slasher style that Scream kind of established.
Right. I was Cameron took the thought right out of my where I was saying, what about Christopher Lee as
Yeah, it's
Loomis?
another one. I mean, him and Peter
Yeah.
Cushing were in a lot of movies too together. Donald
Yeah.
Pleasance, they were in a lot of those Hammer horror films.
Yes, Jose, we're so
Christopher
ready.
Lee though would have been a little bit too menacing. Like he would have.
Yeah, yeah.
He plays a good villain. I don't
He's
know
a
if he
little
could
on the
have.
tall. He's a little on the tall side too. I think Loomis just works so well as a short old guy. Like it just works that way. I'm sorry, it just
Yeah,
does.
it's one of those things where I don't think anybody else could play
Mm-hmm.
Loomis.
Yeah.
Now I get your famous squealing.
Now I get your famous squealing. That's hilarious. I like this strangulation better than the 2007 one though. Like clearly they did it for over the topness because she's like bare naked in that scene, and this one they don't do that.
Yeah.
Like she at least has some clothes on at least.
I mean, Michael is full on, like he's excited in that scene.
Yeah,
Like grunt.
yeah, yeah.
He goes, "Oh yeah, I know you. You're the one I'm after."
Turn the light on. Turn it off. To show that, oh yeah, we're still in the house. And I've always wanted to say this, but Jamie Lee Curtis has some great hair in this movie.
She does.
She does. Looks great as it's down like that. I feel like we got to this very fast. Like we're on the scene now where she's about to walk towards the house almost, right? We're about to be on that scene where she's about to
We're
walk
in the
towards the
closing
house.
stretch.
Like we're in the closing stretch now. And like I said, the movie's only an hour and 30 minutes long, am I right?
Yeah, we got 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's only about an hour and
It's a
30
short
minutes,
movie.
so yeah. Which is, I think, for this movie is perfect. It's perfect just to get right into it, and it ends. There's no, threading storylines or anything like that. That's why I felt like 2018 kind of did that. There's just so many storylines going throughout that movie with the daughter and Lori and her daughter. It was like so much going on.
That movie, we'll talk about in a second when we do the ranking, but it moves further down my ranking almost every time I watch it. And I still like it, but when I walked out of the theater watching that movie, it was my number 2. I was like, this is the best Halloween since the first one.
Yeah, me too.
And it's gone down more and more every single time I watch it. It's probably like, I don't know. I'll say it in the ranking, but.
Now the house that Loomis is walking behind, that looked like the Freddy Krueger house.
A little bit.
Like right there in the corner. If you guys missed it, it looks like kind of look like the Freddy house a little bit.
The house is so iconic. I love the Freddy house. I used to try to build like little, what do they call them? Dioramas? Is that what you called them? But I would used to try to build little miniatures of Freddy's house out of popsicle sticks when I was a kid. Yep. I was obsessed with those movies when I was real young.
Stranger Boy says, since Halloween 2018 erased Halloween 2, there's no reason why Michael is going after Laurie, because that means the sibling thing is no more. Well, the idea I got from Halloween 2018 is that he's not going after Laurie. He's not. He's got free from the bus, and the reason why he goes to Haddonfield because that's where he's known. That's his home ground. Kind of like Jason with Crystal Lake. He's drawn to Haddonfield because he knows Haddonfield, so that's why he goes there first.
But you could,
it just happens that also, Laurie kind of goes after Michael.
Yeah, she does. But you could also explain it as like she was the first person that bested him, you know?
Yeah,
and
right.
So he does have an attachment to her, whether or not it's a sibling or not.
Yeah, she's the one that got away.
Yep, pretty much.
I love the line with the fat kid in there tells him like, you ever had a crush on somebody and they didn't like you back? I'm like, Michael knows everything about that because that's Laurie Strode. Laurie Strode's the one that got away. Laurie was the one that got away. Yeah. I love this. This shot is so iconic with her walking up on the house and just the music and how dark it is. This scene looks great in 4K. Well, the Screen Factory release looks great. It does.
I'm sure it does.
I can't wait for you. I can't wait for you to get it, Ken. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch your review for it. I can't because I know you're going to review them when you get them. I just can't wait to see your reaction.
You know what? I might just I don't know, because I do want to binge them all. I might actually binge them all live and watch them all with everybody. I don't know. I don't know if that's something I could actually do.
You think you're gonna try to do a stream on YouTube and do them all? Like do like a watch along type
That'd
thing?
be like an 8-hour stream or something?
Yeah, because people have done 24-hour stream. I think AJ's done 24-hour streams, and I don't know how they can. I don't have the time to do that.
Just watching him do that.
Yeah, I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. I don't know. My fiance wouldn't take that. She wouldn't allow me to do it.
Yeah.
Even if I told her I was doing it for YouTube, she's like, there's no way you be sitting in that basement for 24 hours.
The only way I'm binging those things is if I watch them all through the night, because my wife's not gonna let me do it during the day. So I'll see if I can start at like 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
How long would it take? They're all about an hour and a half, a little bit longer. So I'd say 8 hours, little breaks here and there. Yeah. So yeah, I'd be done by 4 or 5 in the morning, which that's reasonable. I think I could stay up till 4 or 5 and watch them.
I could definitely do that. I definitely could do that. Jose say, Ken, old school Dracula was hilarious. No,
I didn't think it was hilarious. I thought it was pretty good. I like the Dracula 1931.
We got a hot take here. He said, "You guys believe Halloween?" Oh no, he's asking, "Do we believe Halloween 5 is better than H2O?"
Well, we'll get to it in the ranking. I'm not going to tell you because I might have a hot take there.
We're coming up on the scene where she's about to find the final girl moment. We all call this the final girl moment, where she finds all the dead bodies. And I love the Scream scene where he's saying Jamie, and that's his name. So he's telling like, Jamie, turn around, Jamie.
I'm telling you, like I watched Halloween through Scream for the first time.
Yeah.
So I guess I did know about Halloween. I would have had to, because I said that I didn't really know about it before I got that VHS tape. But I would have had to have at least been aware of what Halloween was. I just never watched it. I don't know what the reason was, because when I was a kid, like my mom would take me to the video store on like Fridays or Saturdays, and I would rent out the 3 or 4 videotapes from the horror section. And I went through the entire horror section. Went through all kinds of franchises: Critters, Leprechaun, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Sleepaway Camp, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Howling. For whatever reason, maybe my video store didn't have the Halloween films, and that's why I missed them, because I didn't miss anything. I went through every section.
That's what I was saying. Did when you first saw the poster, did that misconstrue you with what the movie was about though? Because there's no Michael Myers on front of the cover. I don't think for any of the releases, especially for the original. They don't start putting them on the cover till after all the other movies.
Yeah, I really can't explain why I missed it, but I know I saw Scream before I saw the first Halloween. So maybe I saw Halloween 4 before Scream, and then when I saw Scream, I was like, oh, I need to go back and watch the first one.
Halloween,
I don't know. I can't remember the timeline of everything that happened when I was a kid.
Yeah. These were definitely played a lot, especially around Halloween time because of AMC and stuff like that.
Yeah. And when I didn't have cable either when I was a kid. So I didn't, because I lived in a very rural area.
Yeah.
And I think we got a satellite dish when I was like 14 or something. So it didn't come on like the main network, so I wasn't watching it. Remember Critters used to come on all the time.
Yeah.
On like ABC or one of them.
Turn around.
Jamie, turn around.
Oh, man.
Behind you. Behind you. That's okay. I can't wait to watch Scream in 4K. Maybe I'll get that before I get my.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get those before. Did you pre-order it? You pre-ordered the Steelbook?
I did. I got the Steelbook coming still, but I canceled the regular slipcover.
Did you get it from Amazon?
I'm hoping I'll pick that up from. I ordered it from Best Buy, the Steelbook. And I'm hoping to pick up the slipcover in stores because they're usually in stores. So I'm hoping I did the Steelbook because I wanted the Steelbook and I wanted to make sure I got it.
The slips will be there. I know the slips will be there. The slips definitely be there. I don't know about the Steelbook. I'm hoping. I didn't pre-order, so I'm hoping I will see it in stores. If I see both, I'm double dipping. I'm double dipping.
I I was sure I wanted to double dip on that, so I pre-ordered the steelbook. So I don't care when I get it. I'll get it when I get it, and
Right.
I'll pick up the slip in stores.
Yeah.
And I'm
Iconic shot.
interested in what I'm going to see in stores tomorrow. I wonder if I'm actually going to see Misery on 4K in stores, or if they're going to have Carlito's Way and some of the other ones that are coming out.
Yeah, because this upcoming week I didn't see Hunt for Red October. They didn't have that available in none of the stores. I went to all the stores. They didn't have it at all. So we just passed a shot of him walking down the stairs, but they kind of do another callback in 2018 when he comes when Judy Greer's like, oh, I can't do it, and he pops up in the staircase. It's kind of the callback to that. Nobody ever.
That's a great moment how she draws him in like that, because her character I didn't really like in that movie until it got to that moment. Scene. I was like, oh, okay, that's awesome. She actually knows how to do some stuff.
She delivers her lines so unemotional, like she has no emotion.
I've never enjoyed Judy Greer as an actress very much in anything I've seen her in. She's always kind of played a side character. I think the first movie I saw her in was 13 Going on 30 with Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw her in. That's the first thing I saw her in.
And then I think she was on How I Met Your Mother too.
I love this too, that the people just disregard, like, oh, this is a kid acting crazy.
Crazy kids out on Halloween night.
2018 kind of flip it, and the people actually help her, which is a nice change of pace,
Yeah.
Great shot. And you feel that somebody with a camera running behind her as she's running. Like, you just feel it. Like,
yeah, it has that raw feel. Almost like Carpenter took a little inspiration from Texas Chainsaw in this moment, because that's how Texas Chainsaw feels like the whole time. It just feels like somebody's shooting it in their backyard.
Like I said, we could literally shoot this. We could do this with our iPhones. That's how it feels,
But he mixes this kind of stuff in with like just perfectly framed shots as well. And it kind of goes back and forth. So you don't ever feel like it's amateur, but the amateur shots are sparse throughout perfectly, I think.
Cut the line, bro.
I'm interested though if anybody in the chat is watching this on the new Halloween 4Ks. Is anybody out there actually watching this with us on the 4K?
Let us know. Let us know in the chat if you guys are watching the new 4K.
Does anybody want to make me feel even worse tonight? Or just whatever format y'all are watching on.
If you guys haven't checked out my review for the 4K, go ahead and check out the video. It's doing pretty well. I didn't think it was gonna do as well as it did, because the one I did for Halloween 4 isn't doing as well as the first one. But I think it's the way I titled the video. I mean, I kind of did a comparison to the original release, so that's the main reason why I wanted to do the video.
It happens with reviews. You can never tell what's going to pop and what's not. It's like I did a review for Clockwork Orange, and it got half the views that Phantasm did. It's like,
I think Phantasm, especially for that release too, because that's a boutique release though, right?
It's Wellgo USA, so
it's
boutique kind of, yeah.
I love that she get like all these moments where she thinks she's safe, and he just comes up, and I love the shot in the staircase. You see his shadow walking up the steps, and you like he's right behind you, like up. Why, Eddie? Don't do this. Don't do this to Ken. Oh, I'm just kidding. I was about to say, don't do this.
Copies sitting on the shelf. That's okay, Eddie. If you want 2 copies for your collection, you can have them. I'm not mad at anybody that has them, to be honest. I'm just mad about the whole situation.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not your all's fault. You ordered them and you got your product like you were supposed to.
Cameron said you can get them at Walmart. I don't believe that.
I haven't seen them at Walmart.
I don't believe it. I've been to Walmart. They don't have any.
Halloween did have Scream Factories at one time, but they would never have them brand new. I never saw them brand new there.
They would, like I said, it's not gonna be a while till they actually get them in stores. Like I would rarely see the collections at Walmart till like later down the line. Like when I saw the Omen collection, I knew I had to get it there because with one, it was only $40, And every
Yeah.
time I see an FYE, they want like 60 for the FYE. I'm like, nope, I'm not about to pay that price. I should have grabbed the Fly when I saw it, and I did not.
I
Think that
thought I
I
found
regret it.
gold at the Fly, but I keep seeing that in stores. Like it keeps circulating in there. Have you not been able to find it again?
No, I still haven't been able to find it. But my Walmarts are all trash.
You go
They're all
to
trash.
FYE and it's like the Fly collection for $90. You go to Walmart, it's
Yeah.
40.
Yeah. FYE, they want it for like $100 for no reason.
I've got the Fly on my watch list to watch. I'm gonna watch the original one because I've never seen it.
Nice. You can't kill the boogeyman. I love that shot. Great shot. You just see him standing there with the knife. Like, that's terrifying. Oh my goodness. Another famous scene where she goes into the closet.
Oh yes.
A lot of callbacks from in 2018 as well, when she automatically goes to the closet. They go, oh, she's going to be hiding in the closet. It's a great shot of Michael walking up, and the camera pans on him like that. The mask, I don't understand. In 2018, and Kills got the mask right. I don't understand. After this movie, in this line of movies, they could not get the mask right. It just does not make any sense. But I keep thinking, oh, it's the 70s. They don't keep props like we do now. Like, if this movie was made today, this prop will be concealed in the studio. Like, they will keep this concealed, you know.
Yeah.
Or they would have made multiple masks. It wouldn't just be one mask. They would make multiple ones. But there was no budget for this. There was not even a costume designer for this movie. So these actors had to buy their own clothes. Like, so, you know, I can't upset these movies for that. It's a great sequence right here. It's very creepy. Let's go. Cameron says
it's definitely the shot that you see all the time. People posting it's him coming in the closet.
Right here. Yes. Yep. Cameron says, I feel that Scream Factory will release the other Halloweens on 4K and a box set, forcing us to rebuy the first 5. Oh, it's all about the money. No, I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they release this first 5 and they will get the other 5 just like these releases. I don't think they're gonna do the box set thing.
So what does the other 5 mean? 6, 7, 8. So in the zombie movies,
right? So they're doing those next. Those will get their own separate releases. We'll get similar.
I think they could just skip those and go straight for Halloween and Halloween Kills.
That Universal won't give them the rights. Universal want that.
They'll do that in it. They'll do a trilogy box set for those.
Yes. Yep. That they'll be their own separate releases. But I do believe Scream Factory is releasing this first 5. I don't think they could do all 10 at the same time because I'm sorry, people just wouldn't buy all 10. I wasn't going to do it if they did that. So just release the first 5 and then they'll release another set of 5. Then you'll have the whole collection. Because if they was going to do a box set, just do a box set first then. Like, why do the separate releases and do a box set? I mean,
I am interested to see how Rob Zombie's Halloween's going to look with his Michael Myers with the fall leaves in the background.
Yeah, I see a lot of extra nonsense Maybe you can have in the background.
Busta Rhymes and some TVs in the back of the Resurrection one. Dangertainment.
Yeah, those are gonna look weird. Those ones are gonna look weird because those masks look so weird. So that's the one thing I'm worried about is how those masks gonna look as the artwork.
Yeah,
because between all the masks, I think the first one still is the best one when it comes to the artwork. The mask is the best one for this one. That because the mask is the best in the first movie. They just couldn't get it right.
That is correct.
He says, yes, 4K box set coming. I do not believe they're doing a 4K box set. I'm sorry. I just don't believe it. I don't think they're doing it. Because that would be the first thing to do is do a box set. Because that to me, it just doesn't make sense. Just like, oh, we're going to release 5. Then go ahead and buy. Then we're going to release a box set. It just
marketing, get your replacement disc program up and running.
Like marketing, to me, I don't see a marketing team doing that. I just don't see that. He said the Weinstein films are difficult to get the rights. No, Scream Factory did those movies, so they're not difficult to get the rights because they did them already.
I didn't realize it, but the Harvey Weinstein actually wrote The Burning.
Wow.
I don't know if you've ever seen The Burning, which is a camp slasher in 1981.
It's a rip-off of Friday the 13th. That's what it is.
Yep. I think he wrote it with his brother or cousin. I'm not sure.
We see Michael's face for the first time, and he does not look like how you expect him to look.
Yep.
Boom. 1. I'm trying to count the shots. Did you really shoot him 6 times?
Yes, you count them in this one, and it is 6. Now, when you start up 2, it's 7.
It's more, right? Yeah, I knew. I knew
Yep.
they changed it.
We
They
always
reshot.
make fun of that.
They reshot it because now he's falling in the front of the house, which
The
doesn't
funny
make
thing
any
about it
sense.
is the entire movie, Halloween 2, he makes such an emphasis on how he shot him 6 times. Like, that's
right.
the big thing.
Yeah.
But in Halloween 2, he shoots him 7.
7 times,
So
right?
I don't know. Did they ever fix that?
No,
Like,
I don't.
I felt like they fixed that.
I don't think they fixed it. I think
Did nobody realize that?
I can't wait to get Halloween 2 on 4K because I really want to see if that transfer look like it. But I'll go back and see if they changed it.
If they ever take out that 7th shot, I'm gonna be pissed. That's why I keep my DVD back there and my VHS.
Yeah, nice. I don't think they did it for the Blu-ray though. I don't think they changed it because I have the Blu-ray in the set.
Yeah, I haven't watched my Blu-ray. I don't think I might have. I don't know. I love how the last shots are just the scenery and him breathing,
and it gets louder and louder and louder. Yes, it's like his evil is around. Stranger Boy says the actor who played Unmasked.
Tony Moran.
Yeah, he said he's a mean person in real life. What?
I heard he talked a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I heard he is an asshole. I heard that. They didn't do releases for Friday the 13th. That because they planned to they did a box set, but they released the box set first. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just like I mean, they had 2 and 3, but did they do any of the Halloweens before they did the Halloween box set? I don't think they did. I don't think they did any of them except for 2 and 3.
Yeah, right. That's the only 2 they did do was 2 and 3 separate releases because they had slipcovers.
They had to get the rights to the first one,
right? And I think either Anchor Bay still had to release rights to those. All right,
perfect. It's a perfect movie.
Yes, it is.
Other than little gripes and criticisms we had along the way, but that's the whole point of doing these things. You got to talk about something.
I think it's not that there are gripes. I think it's just that what I was trying to say. It's the time the movie was made though, because that's another thing people. And I know that's just a kind of. I'm not giving it a pass, but you have to because if you just look at how much things. If you guys just see how much the movie was made for, like they did everything they could with the budget, and to me they did a great job, you know. So yeah, that's Halloween. We just finished Halloween. Like I said, I feel like we went by it real quick. Now the next thing is the Halloween rankings, buddy.
I'm just thinking about that Halloween 2. I love the beginning to it so much. I've been trick or treated to death tonight. You don't know what death is. And then he just starts running off. I love the score to the second one because they add a little bit more like synth wave to it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The camera says the Halloween 5 has the best 4K transfer. Ooh,
that's good.
I can't wait to get it because I've heard great things about 3 and 5. And like I said, if you guys seen my Halloween 4 review, I was blown away. I watched it twice. Ken,
I've heard so many good things about it, and that's the one movie that I'm the most excited to watch in 4K.
I love that you put the post up and you got like the images like, oh, I got my 4K. It's like, Ken, are you trolling? You know, you're hurting yourself by doing it. You keep looking at your Instagram like, oh, I don't have it yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stop until I get them. Yeah. I'm gonna pull up my ranking right here. It's on Letterboxd.
Yep, same.
I just want to make sure I get everything right. But yeah, I just yeah, the fourth one, I don't even think I've seen the fourth one on Blu-ray.
You've only seen it on DVD?
I've only seen it on DVD. That's the last format I got, and that's the format I watch it on whenever I do watch it. And it's been 3 years since I've seen it.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Because I watched all of them leading up to 2018, and that was the last time I binge watched every single one of them.
Wow. So that means you'll be basically watching it for the first time, like in the newest format.
Yep.
Wow. It's awesome.
So that'll be super cool.
And obviously we're not adding Halloween Kills, you guys, because we have not seen it yet. So this list will disregard Halloween Kills because we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. So I did this list on my Letterboxd back in 2018. Right after I saw Halloween 2018. So I'm going to adjust a couple things because, like I said, I do have. And then I'm.
Let me know in the chat, you guys, what you guys rankings of the Halloween movies. If you guys can't remember all of them, just give me your top 5 or top 3. So I would love to hear what you guys' favorite Halloween movies are. Obviously, a lot of people gonna have the first one, but some people might surprise me because I think Christian from Christian Horror, I think the third one is his favorite.
I think I've heard him say that.
Yeah, third one is his favorite one of all of them. It does not have Michael Myers, so that's
I'm gonna have a fun time talking to him about all of his controversial takes on these franchises because his favorite Nightmare movie is Part 2, and that's my least favorite.
Yeah, that's gonna be hilarious. Oh my goodness!
Well, taking the remake out, obviously the Nightmare remake is the worst. Everybody knows that. But I actually, it's not my favorite, but I like Freddy's Dead, and everybody says that that's the worst. All right, I'm good to go.
All right, you can go ahead and go. We're gonna let Ken go first.
You want to go backwards to frontwards and kind of go back and forth?
Yeah, that's cool. We can do it that way.
Starting with 11.
Yeah, starting with 11.
So 11 is none other than Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Halloween, yeah.
It is the only movie that I hate with a burning passion, and
that's crazy to me. I respect your opinion, Ken. I respect your opinion.
I get it. There's a lot of people that like it. There's so many people that like it. And I think it's, I honestly think that the Halloweens is very similar to Star Wars in the sense that a lot of people's love for them is different based on like the generations they grew up in. Like, I feel like it's generational, kind of like Star Wars is, because you have your original people, you have your prequel trilogy people, and then you have the kids that are growing up with the new ones.
Right.
And I feel like Halloween is very much like that because you have even more generations, really, because you have the people that love the first and the second. Right. Then you have the people that may love the late 80s, 90s ones.
Yeah.
And then you have the people that love the Rob Zombie ones. And then the people that are going to love these new ones. And they're going to be their Halloweens.
Exactly.
So I just think it means, for me, like Rob Zombie just took a gigantic shit on everything that John Carpenter did in the first one. And there's just no reason for it to be made. Yeah, and sure. I usually don't like to take this stance on any movie, but I just don't like that it exists. And I wish that it didn't. If there was one movie I could wipe away from existence, it would be Halloween. It would be that movie. But that being said, his second movie, I don't mind, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So I'll talk about it now because that's my number 11. I do not like Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie. I just do not like it. I guess you could say it's like the Tim Burton effect. After he did Batman, they just allowed him to do whatever the fuck he wanted. They allowed Rob Zombie to do whatever the fuck he wanted, and I did not like it. I don't care about your wife dressed in white with a fucking horse. I do not care about that. I don't care that he could see his younger self either, which was terrible. That end climax was terrible. I hated it. I said, what the freak is going on here? I did not understand it.
When I saw it in the theater, I'm right there with you. I hated that movie. And after I saw that movie in the theaters, I didn't go to the movies for 6 months. I was done. Like, I didn't see, I said, new movies that passed me by. I don't care about movies. I'm just going to play video games and watch old shit. I was like, Transformers was on the top. Like, Revenge of the Fallen was like a complete piece of horse shit.
It came out in the same year.
I saw Halloween 2.
Yeah,
they all came another movie that was terrible. I was like, movies just suck now. I'm like,
2009.
I don't care about going to the movies anymore.
2009 was a dead spot for movies for sure, and that was one of them. I hated Halloween 2. I wish they didn't do a sequel to that. I love the opening, the hospital sequence. I wish it was more of that. I like that Laurie was going through.
When I went back and rewatched that movie a couple years ago for Halloween 2018, because I rewatched all of them, like I found a lot of things that I really like about that movie.
Yeah.
And it definitely doesn't piss me off like his first one does.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my number 11.
Yeah. And I'm going to address Culture Trini real quick, because he says he feels like people hating on Rob Zombie. It's a popular thing to do. The thing is that I like Rob Zombie. I liked House of 1,000 Corpses, Devil's Rejects. I even like 3 from Hell, and I was very excited for him to do Halloween, but I just hated what he did with that origin story and that and the Michael Myers character as a kid. I just thought it's just unnecessary.
Yeah, when I wasn't really looking into movies and stuff like that, but I knew who Rob Zombie was because I did watch Devil Rejects, and that's the first thing that got me scared because I'm like, he's gonna make it like a white trash neighborhood thing, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
because they
I
basically
wasn't
Michael
thinking
Myers
about
grew up in
it,
a
how those styles weren't going to clash properly.
yeah,
I was just excited. I was like, oh hell yeah, Rob Zombie's doing Halloween. It's going to be awesome.
yeah,
And it was not.
right. So what's your number 10?
My number 10 is Resurrection. It's actually, yeah, Resurrection. I know I said it's my favorite today, but I don't hate the movie. It's
Yeah.
just it's just not a good movie. Everybody knows it's not a good
I,
movie. So that's
I might as well say it. That's my number 10 as well.
all right.
Resurrection. I just recently watched it. It's terrible. It's a terrible movie. It is. But I get enjoyment out of it, but I know it's terrible. Like most of these movies, I get some enjoyment out of them, but I know they're not good movies.
Yeah.
But Resurrection, obviously Busta Rhymes
Like I
is
said, I'm a little
basically the worst thing
sentimental
in it.
for it. I saw it in theaters when I first was
Mhm.
getting my license, starting to
Yeah.
drive the movies, and it has some sentimental weight to it. And I enjoy watching the movie. It's dumb fun. It's not
Yeah.
terrible. There's no other Halloween movie on the list that I don't like. Like it's Rob Zombie's the only one.
Yeah. Horror culture Trinity, you're right. It's a toxic community, yes, but mostly all the communities are toxic. I mean, the Star Wars community is toxic as hell.
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't really see the horror community as very toxic. They can definitely be a little like um uppity sometimes
yeah,
with certain things in franchises, but I feel like it's a pretty chill community.
yeah. I mean,
Um
we all love seeing people die. So I mean, so I
yeah.
mean, so yeah. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is my poster behind me. It's Curse of Michael Myers. Um I don't know. I remember really loving this one as a kid. And I thought that Michael Myers is probably the scariest that he's ever been. Like I was
Yes.
very scared of him as a kid in Curse of Michael Myers. It's one that I sometimes would avoid just because it would scare me.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't know. When I rewatched it 3 years ago, it just because I hadn't seen it in probably about 10 years. It, I like certain things about it, but it's not a very good movie, and it's pretty tame as far as
Yeah.
like the kills and stuff are
Yes.
concerned. A lot
Yeah.
tamer than I remembered, and I don't really
Yeah.
like the characters in it. You got Paul Rudd. I don't really think he's particularly good in it. I know he was just getting started acting, but he's
Hmm.
really good in Clueless, and they were
Hmm.
both in the same year. So
Yeah.
I just didn't think he really brought any charisma to that role of Tommy Doyle. So yeah, that would be my number 9.
Yeah. My next one would be Halloween 3. My next one is number 9 is Halloween 3. Like I said, it was the one of the last ones I saw. No Michael. I get enjoyment out of it. Like I said, most of these movies I do enjoy, but like ranking throughout the Halloween movies, this is the one I go to last. Like if I end up doing the watch long, I might watch this first just to get it over with, just to get it out the way. Um, like I said, when I first saw it, I was upset that it didn't have Michael. I don't really care about the main actor and what his goal is in this movie. I don't. The mask looked great, and I don't like the villain's motivations either.
Yeah, it's a very cheesy '80s movie,
It is
so
for
I
sure.
get it. And I did not like it when I first saw it. That's for sure. It's
Yeah,
grown on me though.
yeah. I think now if you take it out of the Halloween franchise, you got something going on there. But since it has that Halloween name, and I think I was talking to somebody a couple days ago. I said if you don't call this movie at least Halloween 3, like if you just put Halloween colon Season of the Witch, this movie probably doesn't get that much gripe because it wasn't promoted as, oh, we're about to do, these otherworldly things that involves a Halloween. That's what most people was going in not thinking about that. So
Yeah,
yeah. So yeah,
yeah, I
that would
get
be my
that.
number
And
9.
we were doing in the warehouse I work, we deal with Zavi products, and they were now getting Scream Factory stuff in. So a lot of people
Okay.
I work with were looking at the Halloween 3 cover, and they're like, "Why doesn't this one have Michael on it?" So a lot of people
Exactly.
still
Yeah.
don't like realize
Yeah.
that he wasn't in the third one. And I was
Right.
like trying to explain it to them, just what happened and stuff. And they're
Exactly.
like, "Well, that's stupid. I'll never watch that."
Hey,
I'm
see,
like, "Well,
exactly. Yep.
you have to take it out and
Yeah.
just remove
Yeah.
it. Like
Yeah.
take it out of the Halloween. Like we honestly shouldn't even be ranking the movie. Like
Yeah.
it's its
Right.
own thing,
Right.
but you do it because it says Halloween on it. But
Right.
um, just take that movie, put it over here, watch it as its own thing,
Yes.
and forget
Exactly.
about the
Yep.
fact that it's in the Halloween Michael Myers
Yeah.
universe.
Right. So yeah. Will be your number 9. I mean number 8. 8 now.
My number 9 might be a hot take.
What?
It might be the hottest take on this list, and that
we're on
is
8. We're on 8.
a lot of people really love this movie, but for me, when I rewatched it, I didn't hold up, and I talked about it earlier. It's kind of just a Scream ripoff to me, and that's H2O.
Yeah.
And it only like the badass part that I remembered when I was a kid of her like running from him in the school at the end and him flipping the tables and stuff. That part's only like 7 minutes of the film, so I got to get through, I don't know, just a lot of dumb stuff with Josh Hartnett and those teenagers that just kind of got on my nerves. I mean, you got Michelle Williams in that movie too, which she's a prestigious actress now, being nominated for Oscars and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot of the characters in that movie kind of got on my nerves. I loved Josh Hartnett back in the day from like The Faculty and
yes,
some of the other movies he was in, but I didn't really like him I found him kind of annoying, just kind of how he didn't. Because like we said, like Laurie went through, like he knew what his mom went through, went through Halloween 1 and 2. Like he was an asshole in that movie. Like he should have been a little bit more sympathetic.
He comes off as kind of a dick, but he's a teenager. He wants to have fun.
Yeah,
so that's what first thing he's thinking about,
But there's just things that annoy me about that movie, and I just, like I said, I feels like Halloween was chasing Scream. Like Halloween's Halloween. Like you should have done your own thing. I don't know.
Right.
I didn't feel like it needed to be riding the coattails of Scream.
Right.
And then you even have Joseph Gordon-Levitt at the beginning of that movie too.
Yes.
Opens the movie. I like the opening of the movie.
Yeah, the opening is great.
And to be fair, like I said, like I don't dislike any of these movies. I can rewatch them all and just
the first one. The first opening feels like a Halloween movie. It doesn't feel like a Scream movie.
Yeah.
So yeah. My number 8 will be Curse of Michael Myers. That'll be my next one up. Okay. I get some enjoyment out of it. Do you have you don't have the producer's cut, do you? You ever seen the producer's cut?
I had that. Yeah, that's what I watched the last time I watched it, actually. Okay. So I got the Blu-ray of it. I think I found it in FYE for like $5 or $6 years ago.
Same here. I think I got that exact copy. It's still sealed. I have seen it, and that version is a little better. It changes up some of the pacing. To me, Michael Myers is terrifying in that movie. I'm not even gonna lie. He's just brutal in that movie. I love the kill with the dad get his head exploded. I love that. It's hilarious. It's over the top. And it's funny because I felt like this was a lot like Scream, but I think this came out before Scream, if I'm not mistaken. I know Dimension.
It was the year before. It was 95.
I know Dimension did it. I know Dimension did it. So that's the one thing I always get confused. I forgot which.
They were on that track. First. So Dimension has a very particular style that you can just kind of pick out when you go back and watch those movies.
It definitely felt like it felt like 90s horror for sure. Like it was getting into that era with it was 90s horror slasher. So that I agree. The characters aren't great. Paul Rudd is the best character in the movie. He's crazy, weird in that movie too.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would have brought him back to play Tommy, but he's already caught up in all the Marvel stuff. So,
as much as I love Dr. Loomis and Donald Pleasance in that role, he was very old and tired by the time that we got the curse. So it was a shell of Dr. Loomis in that movie.
Yeah, for sure.
So, which isn't his fault, but
he gave it his all at what he could do. I think he literally just did it just because I can't do anything else, So that'll be my number 8. We're on 7.
My number 7 is the Rob Zombie sequel, Halloween 2. So I do enjoy this movie. I think it's a brutal take on Michael Myers. I feel like it's Rob Zombie's own vision of Halloween, which I don't have a problem with as long as it doesn't go back and piss on everything that came before it. Mm-hmm. So the White Horse stuff is weird. I'll give you that. I don't love it. But it's a very brutal movie, and I like how they deal with Laurie Strode's like PTSD in that movie.
Yeah, I do like that though. I do like that she's basically going crazy, and there's nothing really she can do about it because they do this. She finds out that they're related in this movie, and I actually do love that scene where she's going crazy in the car because there's no audio, like just her screaming, and you just see it outside the car. I do love that scene though.
And I love the callback in the beginning to Halloween 2 in the hospital. I think that's an awesome opening. And I didn't realize how, I don't know what I I guess I
That's
was
the
just like, oh, more bullshit by Rob Zombie
yeah,
when I saw it in theaters back in the day,
yeah,
because I
yeah.
found a lot of things I liked about it when I rewatched it. Um, and I don't dislike Hobo Michael either when he takes the mask off and he's got the
I
beard.
I don't like that.
Um,
I don't like that. I don't like that he got a beard. I do not like that. It's like and that's why
it kind of
I'm
reminded me a little
like
bit when he takes the mask off in the first one. It's a little weird to see
yeah,
his face, but
yeah,
it's like, okay, I got you. Rob
for
Zombie's
sure.
Michael. There you go, Hobo Michael.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't mind the movie. It's not going to rank up number one or anything, but I think
Right.
it's pretty good.
Yeah. Like I said, when it comes to Halloween 2, I can watch it, but I just know like I have to get through some of the stuff I don't like to get to some of the stuff I do like, you know. And I probably would watch it. I'll probably do a double feature watching both back to
When's
back
the
just to get
last
them out
time
the way.
that you watched it?
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen it. I usually if I try not to watch them because like I said, even the first Rob Zombie one, I try to
Yeah,
not watch that one either that much. If I do, I'll probably skip it and go straight to where he breaks out of the prison. That's where I straight go to. But
I say give it another shot because I hated the movie, and when I
yeah,
rewatched it, I just found a lot that I liked about it.
yeah. So yeah, well, I'm on 7.
You're on 7. Yep.
Yep. It's Halloween 2007. Is my number 7. Now
Rob
this,
Zombie.
yeah, I went to go see this in theaters, and I remember coming out of it. I was hype. I was hype when I first saw it. Too bad 2007. That summer of 2007 was a hype summer. I ain't gonna lie, because we had some great stuff in the summer. Then it ended with Halloween. I was so hype, and coming out of it, I thought it was great. I really did enjoy it. I seen it with my mom. We both love Halloween.
Yeah.
And I thought the actress who played Lori was perfect. I thought she did a great job. And obviously going back to watch it a couple more times, the opening is terrible. It is. I hate that his first kill is a kid that he killed in high school. I hate it. I hate it so terrible. It's the kid from Spy Kids at that. But I hate that. I hate that he kills him with a tree branch. It's so terrible. I kind of wish they would just take that scene out and just have him just.
I hate that kid so much.
Yeah, but and even
I
the
don't
kid
hate
that
the
plays
actor,
Michael Myers.
just the kid in
Yeah,
the movie.
you talking about the kid who plays Michael Myers? Yeah, I do not like
Yes,
him as
God,
all. Like the whole scene, I love that we see that his scenes in the hospital. I like that stuff. I think it's just the kid just doesn't work as Michael Myers. He's such a work.
He's such a little wimp,
Yeah,
and
it doesn't work.
because he's that kid in the beginning, like all I can picture adult Michael Myers as in that movie is that kid just grown
Yeah,
up
the
a little
adult size.
bit.
Yeah, yeah,
And it does not make me afraid or even
yeah.
nervous around Michael Myers. I'm like, you're
Now,
just a little
now,
kid that got bullied.
that be aside, I love this Michael Myers. I love how big he is. I love how menacing he is because he is
Yeah.
very menacing. I love the mask. The mask is great. In this
Tyler
one, too.
Mane.
Yeah, Tyler Mane is humongous. He plays, if you guys didn't know, he plays Sabretooth in the chat. He plays Sabretooth in the X-Men movies. Well, in the first one. But he does do a great job as Michael Myers. So yeah. That's my number 7.
My number 6 is Halloween 5. Like I said, those first 5 Halloween movies, that's one of the reasons why I'm just so upset about these 4Ks.
Yes.
I love them all.
Yeah. I might as well throw it out. That's my number 6 as well. Like I think we have some similarities. That's my number 6.
We're right there on some of these. I feel like we'll be right there on the first one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's not the best movie. I understand. I don't love the way they do my girl Rachel in the movie. I don't think that they should have took her out like in the first 30 minutes. She should have made it till at least the hour mark.
Yeah.
If you had to kill her, and I understand that it did a lot for Danielle Harris's character for the rest of the movie, but I don't know. I think it's an interesting movie. I like some of the kills, and I like the barn kill.
I've kind of felt like the MPPA came in and just destroyed that movie though, because I feel like they kind of, even though the movie's never been about the kills, but if you guys are gonna show them. I mean, like the Michael character that got the nice car, he gets hit with the little thing, and just like we should have got more. I wanted to see more at least.
Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to that. I've never seen that new intro. And I know that the Scream Factory is supposed to have the new intro in it with the Dr. Death.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I said, it's not the best movie. I don't like how they take Rachel out, but I like Silent Jamie. I think they do. I think Danielle Harris is really great in the
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
I don't
I
think she
love
gets
her in
enough
this movie.
credit
I
as
love
like
her
a
in this movie.
child actor.
Yes, she has to go through a
Um,
lot in this movie.
yeah, and we could talk about The Mask real quick
The
because I
mask
have
is
another
terrible.
hot take.
The
I
mask is
don't mind The
terrible.
Mask from
The
Halloween
mask is
5.
terrible.
It's
He
very
looks like
different,
an
and
alien.
he
He
does.
looks like
Nicolas
an
Cage is what
alien. I
everybody's
wish I
joking about.
had the. I would. That's why I wish I had the screen factor release so I could show it. Because even the screen factor release don't do it justice. It just someone asked me like, "Why did the mask look like that?" I'm like, "That's the way it looks in the movie, man. It looks like that, man.
Yeah.
It's just because it's over his overalls. That's why it looks weird. It's not
Yeah.
tucked in,
And then
So
the ending to this movie is like batshit
weird. It's
crazy. And
weird.
you're like, where the hell are they going with this shit? And then you get Curse of Michael Myers.
It's weird.
Um, so yeah, I love Halloween 5 though. I think it's really great, and I think it's has those Halloween feels to it. And I
Yeah,
always enjoyed watching it right after I watched Halloween 4. Just I think it pairs perfectly with it.
yes,
Just
definitely.
like Halloween pairs with the second one.
Definitely. Like I said, it's my number 6 as well. I get some enjoyment out of this movie, even though the Tina character is horrendous. I do not like her in this movie.
Yeah,
She's a terrible
she's
character.
okay.
I just thought she was just a little over the top for me. But
Yeah,
I agree with all your points. I do get some enjoyment out of this movie. I love that it feels like Halloween, and Daniel Harris is great. I love that she's silent and she has to, she kind of gets the strength to talk. And
yeah,
even those moments, it's hilarious. Like when she's talking about Cookie, like the Cookie Woman scene where she's trying to say big, like that scene is hilarious. And
yeah.
you got the stuttering guy trying to say it. It's funny. But
It's been
I
a
enjoy Halloween 5.
yeah, it's been a few years since I've seen it. I'm just really looking forward to rewatching it. Like I said, I along with Halloween 4, I've not watched that movie yet on Blu-ray,
So
on even Blu-ray.
you're basically waiting to get the screen factories to watch them.
So yeah, yeah,
Nice,
because I've seen 2 and 3 because I have those Scream Factory steals and got those on Blu-ray.
nice,
And the first one obviously, but I have not seen 4 and 5 on Blu-ray yet.
nice. Well, I can't wait for you to get them, man. I can't wait. So yeah, so we're on 5. What's your number 5?
My number 5 would be Halloween 2018,
Okay.
and like I said, it started off as number 2. When I first walked out of the theater, I was like, this is the best Halloween movie since the first one. And every single time I watch it, it moves down. So yeah, I don't I like the movie a lot, but it's the comedy in the movie I don't think works. They go for a lot of comedic moments that don't exactly fit the tone. I've got some problems like we talked about with Laurie Strode and her
Mm,
PTSD. I just don't think it really works with what she went through in the first one. Um, that being said, though, I do still really like the movie. I enjoy watching it. I think it's got some cool kills, got a nice body count to it. Michael Myers is definitely menacing again,
mm,
which I hadn't felt like he had been in a while, or not really menacing, but just like terrifying. Like he's scary in the
yeah,
movie.
yeah,
Um, I love the tracking shot where he first goes into the neighborhood.
yeah.
It's like a callback to the second one.
I heard that scene was in the trailer, and I'm so happy I didn't
It
see that
was.
trailer.
It
I did
it
not
was
see
in the
that
trailer.
scene.
They showed the
Yeah,
whole damn scene. I
I'm
remember I
so
watched
happy I
it.
did
I was
not.
like,
I'm
"This is
so
so
happy I didn't
awesome!"
see
But
it.
why are you
I'm
spoiling this for me
I'm
right
so
now?
happy. I'm so happy I didn't see it because when I saw it in the theater, I was like, man, this is such a callback to Halloween too. Like, this is so great. I'm so happy
Yeah,
I was able to see that in the theater. That's awesome.
yeah, and like just like you said, like I remember being in that theater. It was packed that night. One of the best theater experiences I've ever had.
Yes.
I got there a little late, so I was like in the front row. So I
Oh,
was kind of looking up at an awkward angle.
yeah.
But I was still so into it. And as soon as that font came on there
Yeah.
and
And the
the
pumpkin
pumpkin, and I'm like, I am
emerges
back.
from
I
rot.
am back
Yes.
in my world, and I love this. And I was just so caught up in it. Kind of similar to how, like I said, there's a lot of comparisons you can draw between Halloween and Star Wars. Kind of
Hmm.
similar how when I saw The Force Awakens, like I felt the same
Right.
way.
Right.
Um, so yeah, but there's every time I watch it again, I just find something that doesn't work for me. The girl and her boyfriend, that boyfriend character
Yeah.
is terrible. I hope he gets killed in like the first 5 minutes of Halloween Kills. Um, But yeah, it's a good movie though. Still.
Yeah. So yeah, my number 5 is H2O. That's my number 5. I did, like I said, this is the first one I saw in theaters, so I got kind of a attachment to it. But I get that it's basically Scream in for a Halloween movie. The mask is not good in this movie. They use a CGI mask in one scene, and somebody was watching it recently. They didn't catch it. I think it was AJ. I think AJ didn't catch the CGI mask because he just watched it this year.
Yeah.
And we had to send him a screenshot like this is what this scene is from the CGI mask, and it's terrible. But I still get some enjoyment out of the scene. Like I said, this the movie that introduced me to horror and Michael Myers. So
and it's sentimental to you because of that. I completely get that because we'll talk about that with another movie I got. I enjoy H2O. Like, don't get me wrong, I like watching it. It's just not one of my favorites.
I think the title was terrible though. The title was horrible. H2O, that's a terrible title.
And it just really surprised me when I went back and rewatched it, just how much I was like, this isn't great. Like, I remembered it because before I watched it, I was like, this is like top 3 for me. Like, I love H2O. Like, it was always one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I always loved getting to H2O and my marathons and stuff.
Right.
But yeah.
It feels very 90s. Definitely. It feels very 90s every time I watch it. It makes me think of the time period when it came out. I think everyone's decent in it. I don't hate none of the characters in the movie. I think everybody do good for what they were given.
Yep. You got Alan Parrish in this movie.
Yes, I pointed that out. Like, most people forget the kid from Jumanji is in this movie.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So yeah, that's my number 5.
My number 4 is Season of the Witch. And like I said, if you had told me to give you this list 10 years ago, this would have probably been dead last. I would have probably put it right behind Rob Zombies, to be honest, because I feel like I never wanted to watch it again when I was done watching it. But I was a kid, and I went back with fresh adult eyes, and I gave it another chance, and I was like, this is just a really fun movie. And it's honestly, I would never say it's a better score than the first Halloween, but it might be my second favorite John Carpenter score. I listen to the score for this movie all the time. Because I'm one of those weirdos that listens to film scores in my car when I'm driving. Yeah. And I throw this one on all the time, just like randomly in the summertime. It doesn't matter. I love the score for Halloween 3. And it's just a really fun story. It's goes in kind of some sci-fi directions. Yeah. Which I enjoy. And it's got Tom Atkins in it. He was the horror stud of the 80s. And he does a good job in this. He's kind of like
just in the fog, and he pops up in this.
He's kind of like I don't want to, disrespect Tom Atkins, but he's a little bit of a Dollar General. What's his name? God, I forget his name. Jesse Stone. Who am I trying to say here? I had his name in my head.
From what?
God, Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck. Okay. That's what I was trying to say. He kind of reminds me of Tom Selleck a little bit, kind of like a generic Tom Selleck. But that sounds like I'm, disrespecting Tom Atkins. He's kind of his own thing, but he just kind of reminds me of that with the mustache and everything.
Yeah.
But I think he's good in the movie, and I just enjoy it. I think it's a ton of fun. It's not a great movie. It's very cheesy, but I enjoy the movie.
Yeah. So my number 4 is Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2. Not directed by John Carpenter, but I love that Rick Rosenthal, is that his name?
Rick Rosenthal.
Yeah, Rosenthal. I love that he kept the same feel of the first movie, and I love that it takes place on the same night. I love the kills in this movie.
I'm a terrible Halloween fan because I have to look this up. Keep going. I think he directed H2O, didn't he?
He did Resurrection. It was
Resurrection.
Yeah, Steve Miner did H2O, which he was famous for the Friday 13th.
Friday 13th sequels.
Yep.
Okay. I feel like I get those two mixed up all the time.
Yeah, okay. When who made it? It was crazy because when it was announced that I looked into Halloween Resurrection, when he was announced, everybody thought it was great that he came back and did it. He ended up doing like one of the worst ones in the franchise, which is hilarious. But I love this movie. I love this direction in this. The mask is decent. I say it has one of the best kills with the girl in the bath, her face getting burnt off, and him scalping the nurse in her back and lifting her up. And
Yes,
Laurie just
so many
looking.
great kills in this movie.
Yeah, it has great kills. I think the one I forgot the character's name that's so infatuated with Laura. I think he's such a throwaway character. It's so funny.
Yeah, he
And, like
is.
he like kind of falls and busts his head and he just passes out in the car. And then we don't know what happens to him after that. Like it's like they just nothing. We don't know, no explanation. It's hilarious, but I
love
agree.
Bud in this movie.
Yes, yeah,
the guy that makes it with the girl in the hot tub.
The scene where the guy gets ran over. That has the Michael Myers mask with the blonde hair.
Ben Tramer.
That's supposed to be Ben Tramer. Yeah, that's a hilarious kill. I rewatch it so many times.
It is. I remember laughing at that one as a kid.
Oh my goodness, it's hilarious. But I love this movie. I can't wait to watch the 4K when I get it. Hopefully, I get it before Halloween. I'm praying. Hopefully, I get it before Halloween.
Yeah,
I'm ready to watch that 4K.
So yeah, we can keep talking about it because that's my number 3. Is Halloween 2.
Nice.
Like I said, this movie just pairs so perfectly with that first one. Like we just watched the first one and like I might watch the second one when we get out of here. I don't really want to because I know I'm gonna have to rewatch it again with the 4K.
Yeah.
But it doesn't ever feel right to watch the first Halloween and not follow it up with this one.
Second one, yeah.
I just love the second one. I love the way it begins. I love the score in the second one, how it starts and the pumpkin splits in two. I just always thought that was the coolest thing. And there's a skull inside of it. I love the hospital setting. I think it's super creepy.
Yeah.
And I know some people, Jamie Lee Curtis is not the best in this movie. She really doesn't have a lot to do.
She doesn't. She's asleep half the time. Like she's just
asleep half
under
the time.
the influence. She's under the influence the whole time. That's what the problem is.
Yeah.
So drugged up.
That's the problem. So this is really more about the hospital secondary characters and their things throughout the night. And then Donald Pleasant's just trying to track him down again, which like I said, he's like completely on like volume number 15 in this movie. He's just like, he is so energetic in Halloween 2. Running around yelling at her.
I shot him six times. I shot him in the heart. He's not human. He's not human.
Some of the best Donald Pleasant's lines, Loomis lines are in this movie. There's just so much I love about it. I love the hot tub scene. I love the beginning, the tracking shot through the neighborhood with the old lady. Harold, do you want mayonnaise on your sandwich?
Yeah,
he doesn't even answer, and he's, how about mustard?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
And she gets and he doesn't kill him. He doesn't kill those two. He spares them and just takes the knife.
I like that. I kind of think he was a little overkill with him just killing the lady with the hammer and stuff.
Yeah,
but this is a different Michael Myers, so.
And the beginning is so scary to me because you got the girl that answers the phone and they're like, the killer's on the loose, like he's around here. And she's like, well, what happens? What do you mean? And then he shows up and kills her. It's just, I don't know. I've always loved this one. I've always loved it. And the ending's really cool. He shoots him in the eyes and bleeding out. So yeah, this is number 3. And it's damn near perfect for me. I love this movie.
Yeah. My number 3 is Halloween 2018. I still do believe that this is a great Halloween movie. It definitely felt like Halloween was back. I remember sitting in the theater and that score happened. I was like a little kid on Christmas because they did it right. Like the Halloween score and everything. I love that John Carpenter came back to score the movie with his own son. I thought like that's perfect. That's great. I think the music is a little better in this too. Like he added some new elements to the score. That was
the score in that movie is so good. It's love great. It. The Shape Hunts Allison, that track is like one of the best in the whole franchise.
The scene where Laurie, not Laurie, can't think, Allison's friend is killed on the fence, and the score for that scene is amazing, man. I love that shot. As well. So I think like Michael is terrifying in this movie. He is very terrifying. Like I said, that the motion, that whole sequence, the motion sensor light scene,
is great.
Amazing. It's a great sequence. I think Jamie Lee Curtis is still great as Laurie Strode, even after playing her for 40 years. She's still great as the character. Judy Greer, I don't know if this is spoilers, but I do believe she's gonna die in this next movie.
Somebody's got to bite it. Yeah, one of them's got to. I don't think it's going to be the granddaughter.
No,
and it's not going to be Jamie.
She's going to be.
So it has to be somebody.
Nah. Yeah, she's gonna die.
Unless
Like
they
she
want to
fight
completely
her.
tank their third movie, it's
Yeah,
not going to be Judy.
her and the Judy Greer and the father are probably the weakest characters to me in this movie. I did not enjoy the father in this
That
movie.
father was horrible.
Yeah, the penis,
I got peanut
the
butter
peanut
on
butter
my
on my
penis.
penis. Oh, come on! Once I heard that line, I said, I forgot a comedy guy wrote this movie, didn't it? That's why he
Yeah.
put his little
David
comedy
Gordon
bits
Green,
in
he
there.
has all the tools to direct a great Halloween movie. Like
Yes,
you can
yes.
see it in this movie, but he just had to throw in all that stupid little. Him and
Yeah.
Danny McBride had to throw in all their
Yeah, that's what I'm
stupid
saying. Danny
comedy.
McBride had to throw the little comedy in there. Cause I ain't
That might have
gonna,
fit in Pineapple Express,
yeah,
but it doesn't
I,
fit in this movie.
I did like the singers with the cops where they're talking about their lunch. I love that scene. That scene is
Yeah,
hilarious.
just stuff like that. That's like out of a Pulp Fiction, like Pulp Fiction, when two people sitting in the car talking about their lunches.
Exactly. And then after that, they're immediately killed. Like that's perfect to me. My Killer Podcast, you just walked in us. We just got done watching Halloween. Now we're ranking them. So I'm sorry you're that late. But so yeah. So
we're
what
all the
is
way up
your
to number 2?
Yeah, we're already number 2. So I think we might as well say what's our number 2 together because it's probably the same thing. It is Halloween. Well, is it Halloween 4?
Yeah, you haven't said it yet. Yep, it's Halloween 4.
It's Halloween 4. I'm like, we might as well say
Halloween
it together
4.
because it's Halloween 4.
That was the first one I ever watched, and it's a very special movie to me. I love that movie.
I ain't gonna lie. I changed it when I did my review. I changed it. I said after watching, I said, yeah, this is my second favorite. I love Halloween 4. I love the feel. I love the atmosphere. I love just it feels like Halloween every time I watch the movie. And maybe did they film? I don't know if they filmed it in fall, but they picked a great time to make this movie.
Like I love the opening to it, just how they put the font of Halloween like in that in
the sky.
Like the hay fields and stuff, the cornfields. I don't know why I said hay fields. In this the beginning of it, and him and the wrapped up, his head's all wrapped up in the ambulance.
It starts off and it's a rainy night. It's a rainy night, even though the first movie does it, but this feels like a dark, rainy night. And that scene looks great in 4K. I can't.
And it's like watching this and not having seen the first 2. Watching the beginning and just how big a deal they were making about Michael Myers. I was like, oh, this guy's the real deal. Like he's going to be straight up murdering some people in this movie.
Yeah, because obviously the deal with this movie, they brought back Michael for this one because 3 didn't do well. They didn't like the aspect, so they brought him back. And these other 2 movies did happen, and now he's chasing after, I guess, Laurie's daughter. This is supposed to be Laurie's daughter because Laurie is locked up or something. I know Laurie didn't die.
She died in a car crash.
All right, right. Because the newspaper clippings did say that. You're right. Well, I can't. Danielle Harris is great in this movie too. She does great as an actress. I like most of the characters. I think what's his name, Brady, is a terrible character because he just plays.
That actor was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay, I know I seen him in something. He looked familiar.
He was
every time
in a
I
lot
watched
of
him,
movies
from
this guy in the
before.
80s and early 90s. But Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the one with not the TV show, but the movie. He was in that movie. He was one of the vampires.
Yeah, I knew he looked familiar.
He's great in this movie.
He's great. I just don't lie. I just think he's an asshole because he kind of ditches. I can't think. What is her name? We just talked about her. What is her name? The
Rachel.
Sister. Rachel. Like she just dogs Rachel and goes with the girl that's at his job. And I wanted to look. I think Cameron says like the only people like this movie because the girl got big boobs. You don't even see them. So what do you mean? We don't see them. They do the Halloween 1 thing where she takes off her thing and you don't even see them. So I guess the actress wasn't contractually obligated to show anything. I don't know because the movie's rated R. Fuck it, just go for it. But
I might have to move this down a whole notch because she didn't.
But yeah, we love it for other reasons. Obviously, the fallback on this.
Kelly Meeker is the character.
Yeah, I can't even think what her name is. It's probably something stupid too. But the mask is really the worst part of this movie.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know. I still like this mask. It is very much like Dollar Tree, Michael Myers, but
that's where he got it from, though. That's where he got it from.
That's the thing. Like he's just walking into a random. It makes sense that he would go into some random hardware store and grab a shitty mask. Like that makes sense. Yeah. That tracks to me. So I know it's the rule. You got to be cool in these movies. You got to have the coolest mask or whatever. But I like that it's just simple and it feels real and honest. Like he just walked in a store and grabbed a shitty Halloween mask. Like what is he paying attention? Oh, I got to try a couple on, see which is the coolest. Right. And I do think it's kind of creepy In the very beginning when it's lightning in her room and he just kind of sits up behind her bed,
Yeah,
which
that
isn't
scene
a
got me
real,
wild too.
it's not really happening, but
Yeah, that scene
I
got me
always
when
thought
I
that
was
that was
little.
scary.
That scene always got me when I was young too. One of my favorite shots of that movie is when all the fake Michaels come out. They're like all the people try to
Yeah.
play the sheriff and Dr.
Yeah,
Loomis.
that's a good one.
But then after they run away, you see Michael in the street and they like pan away from him and you see like the mist and fog behind him. I love that shot. I love that shot in
Yeah.
the movie. This has great scenery. I love the atmosphere. That's the one thing I always say. This movie has great atmosphere. I think I was talking to Flick Talk, and I think he feels the same way. I think this is his
Yeah.
second favorite Halloween movie as well.
It's a great one. I love the just like the home invasion aspect of it too, because
Yes.
it kind of turns into a little bit of a home invasion movie where they're all holed up in that house
Yes.
and he comes
Yes.
in there and picks them all off. I
Yeah.
like how they do
It
crazy
has a,
shit like get on the roof
it has
by
a
the end
great
of it.
kill. We got one of the greatest kills when he like literally
The
stabs
shotgun.
her,
Yeah, that's
with
a
the
great kill.
shotgun. Like, oh
That
my
was
goodness
it last
gracious.
week in my live stream that somebody
Yeah.
asked us and I said
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
That was
What's the
honestly like
best
the
kill?
first one that came to mind because I
Yes.
don't think any of them in the first one are the best kills of the franchise.
No, they're
Maybe
memorable.
Bob.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
about to say they had one memorable, but it's not as
Yeah,
harsh as getting rammed with a shotgun. That's got to take some strength because it's not even sharp.
I was
Like
like,
it's not
damn,
even a
what did
sharp
you just
object.
do to her?
Yeah,
She was my
goodness
childhood
gracious.
crush.
That goodness gracious. And she did have a nice body though, and we can't lie about that. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Yeah, it's some very. I was about 11 or 12 when I watched this movie, and
Okay, you are definitely right. The town militia is hilarious, and I think they actually show.
yeah,
Well, it's funny because on the cover, it's like you see the little trucks from the militia on the thing. I never noticed you actually see the bridge and the turned over.
oh, that's awesome. I never paid that close attention to it
Yeah,
either.
the background is pretty awesome on the 4. I like that.
Oh yeah, that's that guy was just like, "What? We're gonna go get him." What? I forget what
Yeah,
he says. He says something funny.
you talking about
God.
at the hillbilly dude?
Yeah, I forget what he
Yeah.
says before he goes and runs off. And then is this the one? This is the one where they all get like thrown into the electrical.
Yeah, the guy actually his name is funny. He has his name on his damn hat. His name is Bucky. I don't know how I remember that, but he tells the guy like I'm gonna call the cops, and he literally throws him into the electrical thing. He's like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah. I
electrocuted, and
thought
it
so. The
it
body
takes out
count
the
is
whole
so
time.
high in this
Yes,
one.
it is.
So
Yes, it is
high,
because
yeah.
he kills all the police station because there's literally no police left besides the sheriff and one deputy. He killed the deputy as
Yeah.
well. Then
It's
he kills
crazy.
all the
And
hillbilly guys. He kills all the hillbilly guys because
they
he
kill the
literally.
guy on the truck that Rachel and
Yep.
them's escaping with.
Yep. He rips that guy's
Yeah.
face off. He like that's a great kill. He like literally takes
Yeah.
the guy's face off. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
God, man, I
I love
cannot
Halloween 4.
wait to watch this one. I think that this one and the fifth one are going to be my first two to watch when I get those 4Ks in.
I can't.
I think I'm gonna watch them both.
That's
and then,
I can't wait for you to watch so I can talk to somebody else about them because no one personally I know has gotten these yet, or at least this one, the one that mostly I want to talk about is the 4th one because that's the one that did surprise me so far between 1 and 2. I knew 1 was going to be great because they already have a 4K for it, but this the one I was really worried about was this one.
Did you notice a difference? Was there a big difference between that and because I haven't really heard too much
for
about it.
number 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mass improvement. Like I said, the thing about the first 4K for the Lionsgate one is that the 4K has like a gray haze over it. It feels like it's a gray movie. So that's the first thing I looked at when I went to the Screen Factor. I went straight to the daytime scenes first. So I wanted to see how the daytime scenes look, and they dramatically improve those scenes. Now I gotta check the other disc because they have a color timing disc on it that I didn't check out yet.
They don't come with Blu-rays, do they?
Yeah, there's
do they come with the Blu-rays in them?
For this one, it comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray. They both have the scans. Cool. They both have the scans. So if you don't have a 4K player, you still can watch the Blu-ray disc in the 4K scan.
Okay.
So if you're just trying to future-proof your collection, it's great to have these. Now, this one come with 3 discs. This one and the second one come with 3 discs. So these both come with Blu-rays. I don't know if you guys can see the back, so it's a little fuzzy, but they both come with Blu-rays, and the third disc is the original color timing presentation. And that one comes with the TV cut as well. So That's the one thing I'm like, you're going to be happy with this release
You
because
get
you basically
12
get all the
extra
releases.
12 extra minutes of Loomis in a courtroom and
Right, right.
talking to Michael in the hospital.
But I think they say those scenes are going to be in standard definition. So I'm guessing the definitions change when you watch that, I guess. But
yeah,
I'm ready to check that out. I'll probably check that out probably after the Halloween season, though. I probably won't watch that throughout this month. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I guess I can't wait to watch 4 and 5. I mean, especially 4, and then I'll probably watch 3 after that, and then I'll do the 1 and 2 double feature.
Right.
I'm gonna watch them all fucked up in that order.
Yeah, I mean,
you can do that though with franchises you know so well.
Yeah, if you try to just check out the transfers, then yeah, I mean, just go ahead and just do it. So yeah, we all know what number 1 is. We just watched it. We just did a watch along for it. Number 1 is Halloween 1978. That's both of our number ones. If it's not on no one's number 1, I don't know. Then I don't know.
It's in my top 3 horror movies of all time.
It is my favorite horror movie of all time.
It's in my top 10 movies of all time. It's my number 10 movie.
It's the one that won me my first collection battle on 4KD Ray's channel. It's the movie that got me the win. I love this movie. Like I said, it's slow, but if you've seen it at the time, you know why it's slow. I understand why it's slow, and it works for me. It's Michael Myers.
It's one of the only movies that I have to watch every year.
Yeah, me too. So, me too.
I mean, it's one in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, I would say Home Alone for me. This and Home Alone are the 2 movies
I watch a lot of the Christmas movies over and over again.
Yeah, the How the Grinch Stole Christmas, all that stuff. But this is a definition of you have to watch this every Halloween. And I don't know if this and Hocus Pocus. I watch them every single Halloween.
Yep.
And the movie is a masterpiece in my opinion. This movie didn't start the slashers, but it made it mainstream. Because Black Christmas, people forget about Black Christmas. Black Christmas started it, but this movie made it famous. I guess you could say it made it mainstream. Because after that, I mean, if you watch the Friday 13th documentary, they literally say, "Let's rip off Halloween," and that's straight up. They say that, and just obviously, let's do Friday 13th. That's what they said. So, I love this.
Yes, they did. I do too, man. There's not much else to say about it. We're talking about gushing about the whole movie. It's incredible. It's one of the best for a reason.
Yes. So I mean, let me know in the chat, or if you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comment section below what's your ranking of the Halloween franchise. I see Stranger Boy, he got it at number 1 as well. He didn't put in his ranking throughout the entire chat. I've been looking at your ranking, Stranger Boy. Don't worry, I've been looking at it, so don't think I'm not.
His number 2 is Halloween 3. Nice.
Yes, I was about to, and I think his 3 is Halloween 4, if I'm not mistaken, if I missed it. But yeah, that's our rankings for the Halloween series, and we don't know what Halloween Kills will be ranked because sorry about that, but the movie hasn't came out yet, so we can't rank that yet. So
I'm gonna predict that it's gonna take the spot of Halloween 2018 and firmly in my number 6, and then it's gonna move Halloween 2018 to number 7.
So it's gonna be,
I feel like I'll like it more.
I agree. I think it's probably gonna be above.
Hopefully it's not.
18.
Hopefully it's not down there in Rob Zombie territory. I don't think it will be though.
Dark Super, you said, are we doing the 4K? What do you mean? We watched the Blu-ray. We didn't watch the 4Ks because Ken still hasn't gotten his copy yet. He hasn't gotten his.
I mean, I got a 4K copy, but the old copy. But I don't have a 4K
copy.
player in my office in here. It's out in my living room.
Nice. All right. Well, I think that's it. We've been live. I didn't know we were gonna go this long, but I figured with the ranking was gonna go about this long.
Yep.
But
no, it was super fun, man.
Yeah,
I love talking Halloween.
Yeah, I was gonna do another section with physical media and live Q&A, but we've already been going on too long. And now you got to get going. I know I got to get going because my fiance is about to kill me for being live this long. But I told her I was doing this. Hopefully she did remember I was doing this. But I was very happy to have you on, Ken. I got to have you on again. Maybe another Halloween. Another horror aspect or something, maybe just like a brand new live Q&A or maybe nerd talk one day. I got to get you on for sure.
Just let me know, man.
I know me, John, and you'll have a great conversation. I know we
Yeah.
will as
I could
well.
talk about other stuff other than horror. It's just
Yeah, I
nothing
know.
gets me more fired up than horror does,
I
in
know.
particular Halloween.
That's the, like I said, I know I said earlier, but this is like when I thought about doing this as a watch along. I'm like, hopefully, and I know I talked to AJ. He like, Ken got a rule he doesn't watch it. I'm like, I hope he just breaks it just one time. I know, like for me, like I know for me, I watched this movie multiple times throughout the month. Like I said, this is my third time watching it. Yeah. And I can watch it on Halloween like it's the first time I watched it. So yeah.
The thing is, hopefully I'll watch it when I get the 4Ks in, and then I'll have to watch it again on Halloween night because I have to. I just cannot do it.
I'm gonna read off K's ranking. He says number 1 Halloween, number 2 Halloween 2, 3 is Halloween 4, 4 is 2018, 5 Season of the Witch, 7 H2Os. You're missing some, sir, or did you not? Was they not able to type all of them? You're missing a couple, so I'm guessing this is just. Yeah, maybe.
I don't think he put the Rob Zombie movies in there. I think he left them out.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Well done, sir.
Well done, then. That's understandable. I get it. But that's a decent list. It's crazy that you got Resurrection before 6. Because I think 6 is better than Resurrection.
That is a hot take. But I'm liking his top 5, though, because that was honestly, I believe, before I shuffled them around. Well, no, Halloween 4 was always my number 2. But I think I had 2018 in number 4 before I shuffled them around.
I think I think I was just like you, Ken. I had 2018 second, but after watching 4 a couple more times, I moved it back. So that's why it's number 3. So yeah, so thank you guys we still got 19 people in here. Thank you guys for checking us out. You guys know who this guy is. Go ahead and check out Ken on Midlevel Media. His channel name is Midlevel Media. This is Ken. His links will be in the description of the video. But I'm gonna let him close himself out and tell him where to find him and stuff like that. So Ken, let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, guys, thank you all for watching us tonight, watching Halloween, and appreciate everybody being here. If you all want, if y'all haven't subscribed to me, definitely subscribe to me down there. I do a lot of physical media content on my channel. Tomorrow I'll be out in stores hunting for Blu-rays and 4Ks, and hopefully I'll actually find some stuff this week. And yeah, just a lot of 4K Blu-ray reviews. I just dropped a 4K review for Dracula yesterday, so you can go check that out. My physical media report, where I update everybody on all the latest 4Ks and Blu-rays that are coming out in stores this week, dropped today. You can check that out as well. And yeah, just come join me live on my channel tomorrow night for World's Biggest Collectors. I'm going to be talking with Christian Hannah Horror about horror movies and physical media. It should be a blast. So yeah, appreciate everybody joining us tonight, and I appreciate you, Alex, for having me on your channel.
Thank you for coming, man. I really appreciate you coming, because I know this is your big rule. You don't watch Halloween besides on Halloween Day, and I really appreciate it.
You just had to throw up that Halloween flag, and I come running, man.
Yes. We,
it's fine. Like I said, when I was a kid, I used to watch these movies all the time. It's just this has been something that's like followed me into adulthood, I guess.
Yes, like I said, go check out Ken's channel. He has some great content over there. He's really rocking the physical media train, and it's great. He makes great content. Go check him out. If you guys are new to my channel, if you guys want to see, I do physical media content as well. I do live streams. I do reviews. I do all that type of stuff. If you guys enjoy that type of content, go ahead and hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell to stay up to date on our videos. We really appreciate it. Sometimes notification bell acts stupid, but still just hit it. It helps us out, just so you guys can be notified for our videos. And we're out on this one, you guys. Peace out.